All right. Music on. Link to the stream. Okay. Post to Discord. Okay. All right, let's go. Yo, what's up, Bruli? Hey, Nub. Yo, I made it. Proud of you. All right, this guy probably obliterates us, right? Surely. We get cooked. But yo, goodbye, Tevi. What's up, Tevi? Angels, Daniel, welcome back. Nirma, what's up? All right, so this guy has 0 gear on a single character. Wicked. Scared for no reason. Ovlin, Aid Pro, welcome out. Okay, we have 3. East New York chant, welcome back. So we're gonna be doing a we one-shot the Violet too. Sheesh. We're gonna Pat's going 13 today. Hell yeah, that's what I just did earlier today. One thing that we're gonna be doing today is making a new player character tier list. So that's gonna be one of the videos for today, and then I'm gonna be working on the part 2 of the guide, which is like day 2, day 3 combined. Getting your like Wyvern team characters selected, all that stuff. But I also want to make a video that's going over like what characters are good for new players, and at the beginning of that video tell people don't build these random characters just because you see somebody else using them. Wait and then build them later. There are 2 things I would like to get done. Were you streaming earlier? Did you even sleep? I mean, I always usually stream right when I wake up, and then I figure out what my plan for the day is, go find food, and then I stream again. And then after stream, I'll work on videos and whatnot. So we'll stream for probably another like 3 hours, 4 hours. I'm trying to stream at least 6 hours a day for December. I feel like 6 hours a day is pretty good. Just finished all the hunt challenge. What was the challenge arena? What should I do now? I mean, how far are you in story? You need to be beating Zio. So getting to the end of chapter 4 story. That is your main goal. So units that are easier to build for new players? Yes, and like the ones that are more useful for newer players. We'll be doing that shortly, like probably within like an hour into the stream. Grinding hard, respect. I just have a couple things that I need to try to get taken care of before next year. What's up, Doom Knight? Is Adventure worth playing through? Just finished episode 2. Yes, Adventure is like the Adventure is the main goal of what we're doing to get our account stabilized. We need to get through all of Adventure, but the first thing we do is hunt challenges to get the gear needed to clear all of Adventure easier. All right, we're almost to Masters Arena, which is nice. What does Venture give you? A three-star character called Aiden, which is stronger than like everything in the game. Yo, new limited coming. I know it's Lidica 2, which is my favorite character in the game. I'm excited. But now I will have a sponsor coming up, and basically this month all comes down to how well that sponsor does. So I'm trying to put the grind in, and then when that sponsor comes, I'll go crazy begging for downloads. And then from there, if we can get 200 downloads on it, this was a good month. And 200 downloads should be pretty easy over a 7-day period since it's just a download. So that's all I have going this month. And since I know I don't have a whole lot, that's why I'm like, okay, I need to take advantage of every little thing I can. Alright, do Raz have sick black armor? This is specially changed Raz. This is what's called Adventure Raz. Yo, Shiny Pepipo. What's up? Still in Israel, but I've been on the grind. Can you answer a question about? Yeah, I beat the story in Abyss. What should I be doing? Or any help out? So I watched a new player guide when it first came out earlier this year, and it helped me tremendously, by the way. So have you decided on your like starter RTA team yet? So that's like around episode 20 of the guide. You need to like that. I give you like suggestions for the first like 8 characters you work on past beating story, basically. So that is my suggestion, is start working on that. Let's get some unrecorded history farming in the background, just so there's always something progressing while I'm figuring out what we're doing for each stage. But once you've beaten Zio, you're gonna be trying to set up your first RTA team, and with setting up that first RTA team, you're technically setting up your from there you're technically setting up your regular arena teams and stuff too. I maybe grief my fribbles. How's your day going, Dentar? Are you to a point where you need fribbles? So have you had to do RTA because the placements were discouraging? You shouldn't have did your placements. You shouldn't do your placements until you watch that part of the guide to get your teams, like figure out your team and your drafting strategy. If you don't go into RTA with a strategy, you're going to fail miserably. I have like 400 pieces of gear. Okay, yeah, you're at a point. But Nathan, should I wait for new gear or wait for your should I wait for your new gear guide or wait for your new one? You just asked the same question for both answers? I'm confused. Should I wait for you mean should you use the current gear guide or wait for the new one? The new gear guide isn't going to be coming out for like a week or so. Probably at least a week, so you probably are going to have to watch the old one. You'll be confused, but you'll at least pick up some stuff for it, and then the new one will hopefully clear up all that. But it's going to be a while. But yo, Rutan. Or Raihan, I just called you Rutan. I don't know what my brain's doing. You pulled Angelica today, so I can finally Wyvern one-shot, and you might be able to Wyvern one-shot. There's a good chance you won't be able to Wyvern one-shot, so... If you are not actually ready to Wyvern one-shot, don't try to force it, because you'll be sad. When using Brig, he carries. Brig's amazing. If you have Brig, he's going to carry you through a lot of the PvE content. Oh, we need to go do some level 1 expeditions, too. But now there's 2 videos I want to upload before I go to bed today, and I got about 10-11 hours before then. So like I said, this whole month I'm legit not doing anything. I might go to the grocery store today. That's about it. I cleaned a little this morning, but the next 2 weeks I'm legit just full content grind between streams, making videos every day. I'm not gonna have much of a life for 2 weeks. I'm just hoping these 2 weeks pay off long term. I'll beat Zio in an hour or 2. Hell yeah. Have you done all the Aiden missions? So you don't get Zio right once you beat, or don't get Aiden right once you beat Zio. You have to do all the missions leading up to it. Don't shower, stay more time for content. I shower when I first wake up. If I don't shower when I first wake up, I feel gross. I know a lot of people shower before they go to bed, but I sweat when I sleep. So if I shower before bed, I'm gonna end up showering right when I wake up anyway. In my country now, it's not yet. It is 12. I mean, it's 12 o'clock for me, so it is the middle of my day. Would Lethe be accessible to build for a newish player? Kind of, yeah. You won't be able to build her super good, but you'll be able to build her usable. You just build her as fast as possible, which is much HP, no crit chance, no crit damage. So if you get a 220 Lethe with 26k HP, that's usable for sure. Most people's Lethes are like 240, 250 with 25, 26k HP, sometimes more. Sometimes people go even faster. What units can I put counter set we got on? Brig, Blue Shoe. If you're following the guide and you got Shoe, it's good on that. Otherwise, I'm not really sure. I'd have to like scroll through some characters. What's your goal today? Finish chapter. Our goal for today is we're trying to finish up the rest of the Golem Hunt challenges. So we've already beat Golem 13. We did that earlier today. But I want to try to get my account to where I've finished all the other things so we can get the Banshee one knocked out too. So the thing is, the first episode of the new player guide series was me playing through an account and stopping all the time. Every episode past that is going to be me reusing old content and explaining what to do, or the new content. So I'm going to be taking like parts of my stream and like talking over it. So the rest of the guide isn't going to be as like, I don't know. I think it'll still be fine. But I'm just realizing I don't have enough time to keep up with it. So what I'm going to do is just go into my stream and cut down the portions I want to talk about and just show that footage while I'm talking over it. So the rest of the guide won't be the same as the first episode, but I can't do it, and I figured, why am I redoing everything I'm working on? So I was doing everything twice for basically no reason. So this way I save myself some time overall, because there's no way for me to keep up with 2 accounts right now. I realized that yesterday. So I'll just use this account for every video past the first video. That's cheating, I know it is. What do you think about the new banner or next banner? We don't know anything about the next banner until tomorrow. We have the ML Ludwig banner, but I don't think I'm gonna add, or like say it's worth summoning on for any new player. I think if you're like with ML Ludwig coming, you just save all your mystics. But we don't know anything about the new banner until tomorrow. I'll have a video up over all the new stuff coming tomorrow. So all your questions will be answered when I know the answer. For sure, if you can beat Zio, this is the ultimate speed run. What do you mean speed run? This is not a speed run. I am so far behind on this account compared to my last guide series accounts. My last guide series accounts, I went crazy. This one, I'm playing relatively slow. About due for an ML1 tap. I am too. I've pitied the last 2 ML5s. It's exhausting to have to redo everything multiple times for guides. You're a beast. I could never. I mean, I just look at it as my job. So either I'd be in an accounting office right now looking at numbers and be miserable, or I'd be playing Epic 7 from the comfort of my home and redoing something that's boring and miserable, but at least I'm at home doing it. And I don't have to have it done by a specific date and get in trouble. I want to get it done by a certain date, but either way I'm miserable, but at least I'm miserable for myself. I'm not making somebody else rich. Well, I guess I'm helping make Epic 7 money for more people getting into it, but I'm not I don't know. That's how I look at it. I'm not making somebody else a bunch of extra money versus making it for myself. Can't remember if I one-tapped Demo Roana or not, or original Riley release. I haven't got a character off pity from Moonlight in I think 3 banners. I think I pitied the last 3 or very close to pitied the one before, but I know I pitied ML Yufine, and I'm pretty sure I pitied ML Shu was the more recent one. So I pitied both of them, and I spent $400 on Yufine, but I'll never spend money like that again on the game. Like ML Yufine was, I mean, I slaughtered with her. But so like spending the money, it wasn't worth $400, but my goodness, that character was unbelievably strong. But I just won't do it again. Even if ML Ludwig turns out to be pretty good, I'm just going to do my regular summons. Sally, ML Shu, Landy, Yufine, all in a row, 0 pity. I didn't get ML Landy. That was like the start of everything going downhill. This guy, Brieg, should I level him? Yes. Brieg will be put on your team over Adventure Raz or Crozet, whoever you're using as your front tank. So he will go there for basically everything. I could Twitch and YouTube that money. I don't know if I'm really making them that money. If I don't make the videos, they're still going to make the same amount of money. That's the difference. Okay. I kind of need to go do some level 1 expos. We have 13k Skystones, and I did spend a little bit of Skystones on this account. I spent, what? It was 1,000? Like exactly 1,000 Skystones. That's another Breath of Orbis that I want to buy, though, so I'm slowly working on clearing all Chapter 2. But there are some expedition challenges, so I kind of want to just go throw together. We're not using Crozet, which is going to suck for these early expos, because I can't use Raz for the grass, or, sorry. Oh, wait, there's no water one. Oh, okay, Raz is going to be fine this time. Last time there was water, so Crozet was nice because he worked on all 3. But for the first one, I do need to farm some Wyvern too. I don't have, I mean, this should just work. I have 3 posters. Hopefully this just works. Dude, I pulled Briege's Elemental Summon. I was stunned how overpowered he is. He's just, he is just the new super character for PvE. Like, if he was put on selective summon, it'd be insane. Okay, this team will hopefully do everything I need. Should I level Sage Ball? No. I mean, once you get to the RTA portion, yes, but is he going to help you clear any content? No. He is a PvP exclusive character. The only character that, if you're still clearing the story, that I would suggest building is Brig. Until you've beaten the story with the characters I suggest and are following the guide, I would not suggest anything extra from there. Anything you ask, I'm going to tell you no. Like, ML Landy is the only character I would say is fine too. Oh, you're playing RT? Oh, okay. If you're playing RT, Sage Ball can be good. Can you actually gear him though? That's the main question. How can I earn diamonds playing through story? That's why I tell you not to spend any diamond or skystones. If you spend skystones on summons, you're going to be out of skystones forever, basically, because you're not going to be to the point of earning decent skystones per week if you didn't make it to at least like champion or challenger or arena. Challenger arena is the goal of this, so you have a decent skystone flow every week. That's why stabilizing your account early on is super important. I have one. Yeah, that means you spent on a bunch of summons and you made the mistake that all new players getting into this game make. So you probably have a bunch of characters, no gear, no diamonds to do anything for the characters that you pulled. That is why most people quit this game, is where you're at right now. You could spend real money, yeah. It's either play efficiently or play with your wallet. Those are your two options usually. When is RTA in? Probably mid-January. Is he hard to build? Kind of, to build a good one. He's relatively easy compared to other characters. But, like, do you know where you'd use them? Do you have an idea of what you'd use them in? Anytime before you build a character, think about where you'd use them and what you'd use, or like where you draft them. If you don't see yourself being able to draft him, then don't build him, because then I'll just... I mean, he's a good character to have, but if you force a bad build on him, he's just not going to work. He needs effect rows. Pretty is built for counter cleave, yes. So you need to build him with a decent amount of effect rows. But Yippee Kaye, thank you for the follow. Yippee Kaye, but your name is Yippee instead of Yippee. Clever. How many points do we need to score on this? This is enough, right? What about ML Aura? No, don't build ML Aura. Unless she gets a buff, do not build her. Well, you pulled Spez. I really want to use them in Guild War and RT. I mean, technically you can. Do you have a fast AoE stripper? Because Specimen says if you have a fast AoE stripping character, then you can use them. Use Silver Dam at the second, and then Specimen Says can delete. So if you have MLR Spez, it's actually really good for Arena and Guild War, but in RTA, it's not going to work. I very rarely get a Spez game, and I draft pretty well to try to, whenever I do get them. But it's very hard to get Specimen Says matches in RTA. Maybe early RTA you could get more if you know what you're doing, but probably not. Imagine having 300 speed, 300 effectiveness. Araminta couldn't be me. No one has a 300 speed Araminta. She gets CR boost. I mean, you can build MLR if you have Alpha and Silver gear. You don't even need that. MLR can be built on like 240, 250 speed, and she can work, but you have to have the characters around her to make her work in RTA. So like I used to do like a Polytus, Lionheart Cermia draft into Conqueror Lilius, where if they clicked any button, they were getting punished, whether it was, and I would like late pick Silverblade. So if they press S1, they were not gonna cut me, and if they press S2, Polytus would go pushing Silverblade or Araminta too. So there's like that trap draft I did for a while, but it doesn't really work anymore. It worked for like 2 seasons, and when it worked in those 2 seasons, it was very hard to set up. The opponent had to have first pick, or I had to have I think I had to have first pick for it to work. I don't remember. It was a very, very specific thing. It was basically like this. It was the season that Stray's Leica was really played, because it was like Stray's liking somebody who first picked Celius. But just draft. The thing is, people's draft order changes so much every season. And right now, MLU Fiend and ML Andy, just one of those is going to get into the game and you're screwed. Is this a new player account? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're on day 7 of the new player account. We got 1 billion 5 stars today. Because day 7, you get a ton of 5 stars from like login and challenges and stuff. So our account's looking pretty good. We finished Golem. We're working on finishing the rest of the Golem challenges, but we already beat Golem 13. Which 5 star you got? We got Charles, Violet, Palitus, Abigail, Celine. And we have a Tywin, but that came on like day 3. So should I build MLU Fiend 2 with Brightseria that I work now? I mean, both those are really good characters, yeah. If you can work on building them. I'm gonna need the link to the thingy later. Okay. You're the only streamer I watch regularly. Very informative and chill vibes, Captain Goober. Thank you. My goal is to become more than an E7 streamer next year. All of you that are watching me, if you're down to watch me play other games eventually, be sick. But if not, all good. I really want to be able to get into other games and get into being like a variety, basically like Jen is that, not a variety streamer, but a kind of variety streamer. I do a little bit of extra games every day. I would love to move into that, but I'm gonna have to set like a consistent stream schedule too, because right now I'm just streaming when I have time. So we're just gonna use the same team. What characters are easy to build and can work in arena? I mean, I explain all that. Are you following my guide series, the 2023 one? Like, everything is explained in that as to what characters everyone's gonna have that are good to climb. Like that question, those kind of questions are so hard to answer, guys. There's 500 characters in this game. I can sit here and list like 30, but of characters everyone's gonna have, I have you pick Shu, I have you pick Senya, I have you pick Mediator Cowrick, Spectre Tenebria. Like all of the characters I have you pick are the ones that are easy to build and work in arena. If you're picking up from Headhunt on this account, I'll probably pick Conqueror Lilius, but I'm not going to use her going for the guide. I'll only use her once I already reach Masters RTA. Currently on Crash part of the guide, do I focus more on right side gear? At first, you're going to have blue boxes and conversions. So you're going to focus on right side gear and extract everything to utilize those to target pieces. And then all your epic crafts are going to be left side gear, and then whatever you have left over after you've done your conversions, then you're going to be crafting left side. Who did I grace? On this, I grace a growth my Wyvern front tank. So I grace a growth Angelica for this guide series, just to show it doesn't matter who your Wyvern front tank is. And we're grace a growthing Wyvern front tank this time, so you can make a change to it later if you want. And the reason we're doing it that way is to try to mitigate the official Epic 7 Discord complaints and other people's complaints and made guides. So that way, if you do Crozet, but it's on Grace of Growth, people are like, oh, you just take them off that, and it's an easy solution. It's not gonna, people aren't gonna go restart their account because of that. So that was the reasoning behind it. But I still think Crozet is the best. Do I have a list of other games? No, it's gonna be mostly trying like other new games that come out. Like new gachas that are coming out. That's gonna be what we'll do. So now I got 4 ML5 Euphemia, Area, Landy, Violet. People say Violet is okay, but RNG, trying to get an RTA with those, I need to get support. Euphemia, Area, Landy, Violet. You also need 2 tanks. You need, do you have Mediator Cowrick? Oh wait, those are your ML5s you're saying. Oh, you have some banger ML5s. And you get support, Cowrick already builded. So do you have Destina? Destina, 2 tanks and Cowrick, and that's like already a pretty solid RTA roster. Did you ever try Dislight? No. Remember that being pushed when it first came out? No, I didn't end up playing. I still love playing Rocket Star Rail, but it's also the perfect side game. Yeah, that's what it is for me. I still play Star Rail. I haven't played it in like a week though. I don't even think I've logged in like a week. This light fell off. A lot of people are not happy with this light that we're heavily playing it. Like Zox is, I still see his videos. He's not too happy. Waiting for Ruin May. Yeah, I'm like, I have pity, guaranteed pity on Star Rail, and I'm just waiting to be, or like get a character I actually want to get. It's hard to make good C list as a new player. It's hard to make a good C list as a new player, and Meteor Cow's just better than C list for almost anyone anyway. For like 99% of the player base, Meteor Cow's going to do more for you than C list. You're not missing much, just free Jades. Yeah, I know. I should be logging in, but it is what it is. I was thinking about making some content on it, to be honest. Like log in every so often and do like a 2,000, because you get so many you have so much stamina, so I could like log in and do like a video of farming for a specific character with X amount of stamina. Except Deity, another 10-hour stream? No, it won't be that long. Okay, so we do need to, what's the next challenge here? I think it's Wyvern. All right, so we need to clear Wyvern 10 or higher 10 times. So we're gonna do that. One thing I'm gonna go do is, let's do a 10 thing of this. So let's do a 10 of this, and then let's do a bunch of penguins, because I need a bunch of penguins. Hold on, guys. Star Rail get mentioned. Who's your favorite 5-star? My favorite 5-star in the game right now? I mean, I love Himiko. Himiko, I put way too many resources in for how bad she is. But right now, my favorite 5-star to play is the Dan Heng extra guy, the light character. What is his name? Inhibitor Luna, or Lune? Inhibitor Lune, I think is his name. I love him. Mine obliterates, and he has no constellations either. Inhibitor Lune, yeah. That's my favorite character in the game to play right now. Jing Liu, I didn't end up getting Jing Liu. Did I get Jing Liu? I don't remember. I think I summoned on Jing Liu, got Clara instead, and then that's when I like stopped logging in. I wanted her, and then I got Clara, and I was like, I'm not spending to get this next character, and I'm not gonna have enough. And I'm basically at pity again. I made alt picking what I liked from the guide. The game became infinitely harder. Yeah, guys, if you don't follow the guide and try to do your own twist on it, you're going to get stuck, most likely. I would say a very large percentage of people are going to get stuck. The things I'm suggesting for a reason. If you want to do it your own way, go ahead. I mean, you do you. But the most frustrating thing is when people come in and are asking things that I covered, but they didn't follow the guide, and they're just expecting everything to work out for them. It's like, no, I suggested certain things for a reason. If you decided not to do what I suggested, then I'm not going to save your account. I'm not going to go in and try to save whatever decisions you decided on, instead of listening to literally a step-by-step direction to how you could get your account to a good spot. Now, if you started the game later and like found the guide later, I mean, I'll try my best. Where's the guide? Is it on YouTube for Epic 7? Yeah. I mean, I have a full like 30-part guide that was a 2023 guide that's still good, but I'm just redoing it for 2024 because there's like a couple UI changes, like the game looks different, and a couple like mechanical changes in the game. Okay, so we went and we did that because I'm going to level up Mui now. So we used Alexa for the first clear just so I could teach people how to do it. But now, since that is done, we're going to now do Mui because I didn't put like any resources into Alexa. Can't believe how impressive AOL. Yes, AOL is one of the strongest early game characters you can get. She's insanely good. So let's go ahead and get him to level 50. Once he is level 50, then we'll awaken him. Tried any Hoyo games or currently playing any? No, I'm not playing anything besides E7 right now. Sadly, until like close to the end of the month, I won't have time to play anything else. So we're stuck playing this game and this game only. How many ML5s do I have on this account? Just one. I got lucky on day 3 and so technically I have Spectre Tenebria, which everyone gets for free, so I would have 2. but that's the only one I got that's like outside the normal. But I'm not going to be using a Tywin, do not worry. I won't use them until I reach Masters. So this account, I'm going to be teaching all the way up how to get Masters RTA, give you the strategy and everything that I use. I'll show all the fights so you can like watch and learn. And then I'm going to go back, gear up a bunch more characters that are going to be whatever I get on this account. I'm going to post a champ, and that's just a for fun thing, and maybe you'll learn something from that too. But that is the goal with this guide series. Same as last. Get people to understand early RTA, give them their like starter teams, and then show them how to push to Masters. And then from there, your account is pretty well stabilized for everything, and you can figure it out. Okay, so I did farm a decent amount of unrecorded history. Day 3 ML5, it seems like the joke on E7. What, do a lot of people get them on day 3? I didn't get any on my the last guide series. I got Lionheart Sirmia like on day like 12. My last account ended up with like Lionheart Sirmia, Apoc Ravi. The account after the guide, it went crazy, but during the guide, it was the most unlucky account possible. 5 people with me on my guild. So I guess it's by day 3, if you don't get an ML5, just quit the game, right? That's what you're saying? Okay, so I need to... He was a raking carapaces. How much do I have for unrecorded history? Or reroll? Yeah. I think I have around 1,500. I have 1,800. So I would like to buy Epic Catalyst, but what do I need Epic Catalyst for? Cigarette? I need them for Cigarette because we need a plus 15 Cigarette. So let's go ahead and... well, the bad thing is I need a 6-star Awaken 2 characters too, don't I? Meaning I need some Epic Catalyst for that. I only have 5 right here, so I guess I shouldn't really work on Cigarette yet. Alright, well, let me clean up my inventory. I need to like plan this out a little bit better than I currently have it. Because, well, right now I don't really have much of anything planned out. I'm kind of just vibing every day. Sell all the T70 gear, sell that, because it all sucks. This stuff I'll hold on to, just in case I come up with a reason to have it, but I doubt I level it. Okay, so that's all sold. So the challenges that I have are... I think the hardest part of this is the awakenings, because I don't know who I want to awaken. So we have to awaken a character 6-star 2 times. So that'll be Destina, and I got to come up with a second character for that. So let me go look at what the second character is going to be. Destina, and I guess I could just finish Raz. Do you max roll purple, or do you roll max purple, or do you roll max roll purples? Yes. Max roll purples can roll 100 in-game equipment score. So if it starts with max stats, you roll it. If it keeps max stats, you roll it, and it's going to be better than most red gear you'd get on your account. So anyone who tells you not to roll purple gear does not know Epic 7. Should I rename it to Deity 2024 or Deity Guide 2024? Why? I mean, once 2024 starts, I'm going to just name the videos 2024. But for right now, they are going to be 2023 to 2024 for like YouTube algorithm reasons. But once the new year starts, I will just have 2024 in the title. Because they're... Oh, you meant your account? Oh. I don't even know if I want to name the account. It's always funny to never name it and then go get Masters RTA with a no-name account. So Destina will be one that will 6-star Awaken. And that's one that everybody can do. And I guess the second 6-star Awaken will be Raz. Yeah, we'll just 6-star Awaken Raz too, because he's a 3-star. It's pretty simple. So he takes Reingar student IDs, so I need 5 Dreamtime circuits, and then these, and then we'll do Destina. Everyone's going to want Destina 6-star too. Tamarin's Awakenings don't really matter as long as she's 6-starred. I think it'd be more important to 6-star Destina for getting into early PvP. Free Spiriteria, I don't know. We're not going to use her really anymore. Free Spiriteria is used for Chapter 1 and 2, then past Chapter 1 and 2, you don't really need her. So I usually never even awaken her or do anything, because she's just going to sit in your account past this point and do nothing. If you're following my guide, at least, she's just going to end up doing basically nothing for the next 20 years of her life. She's a good early game. She's the best character early game for least amount of resources put into her, because they give you everything you need to upgrade her. But past that, not really worth it. So we could start a little bit of Eureka too before I go and do the Wyvern stuff. I use her for Banshee 13 from Tristan Guide. Yeah, you can use her for Banshee 13. She is a good defense breaker. Like, I'm going to be giving... I'm not sure which Banshee team, like, for actual Banshee clear I'm going to be giving yet. But... the 6-star Awaken on Hunt reward counts as 2x 5 stars on one hero. Wait, what? Counts as 2 times 5 stars on one hero. So you do one hero and it does both of them? Maybe for the first one. I don't think so for the other ones. Yes? Oh, well, we'll see once I go in and do it. But it says I need to do two different 6 stars to that, so I'm just trying to plan out which ones. Yo, Daniel, thank you. Yeah, if you guys are willing to like the stream. Would you ever do a subscriber account review for learning purposes, or on what to do and not to do? Probably at some point. So I normally do paid account work from people. People pay me to log into their accounts, but I don't have time and haven't for like months. But my original plan was to do that and also make content. So people would pay me, log into their account, fix their account up, and then I would make a video out of me fixing their account up. So it's like double dipping. But right now I do not have the time to open anybody's accounts. So before I was struggling on time, that's why I charged for it. Because if I was going to take any of my time for that, I need to make money. I don't want to just sit and not make any money when this is my job, but I don't even have time to accept money for it anymore. How much would that cost? $4 billion more. It just depends on how much work I'm doing. Like, some people pay me $30 and I clean up their account in like an hour or two. Some people pay me $200 and it takes me days to finish their stuff. It just depends on what I'm doing on your account. I'm just gonna tell you right now, it ain't happening for a long time. The next 2 weeks, there's no shot I'm doing any account work. You'd have to pay me a fortune. And then that, I am going to lose sleep and I'm going to be crabby on my next streams after that too. Hey, we need one more level. Do y'all let Bezos know to send you a payment? Thanks. When do you think you'll be uploading the updated guide? The one you posted part 1 of yesterday? Part 2 will be up this afternoon. So what I'm doing with that, I was playing a whole extra account on top of this one to get that, to make videos on. But what I'm going to do is just go take what happened at level 51. You unlock Molagora challenge, the next part of the Molagora challenge. So there's a bunch of like extra items you get once you unlock that. I wonder what 2025 guide will be like. Well, hopefully the game's still around by then. Most likely will be, but yeah, the next video will be up this afternoon. But I'm going to be, the next video is me like taking clips out of the guide that I made, or like this account, the streams. I'm going to be clipping the streams and putting it into a video. So it's going to be a little bit differently structured, but I should have it still be pretty smooth overall. I'm going to go over pets and things like that. But the rest of the guide series will be me taking this account and showcasing stuff. 2 limiteds are coming? Yep, we have 2 limiteds coming. One next week, one the week after. The rest of the year is going to be a heavy bookmark drain on everybody. Awesome, love your work. I realize I borked my account after watching your guides. It does help a lot. That's the goal. I'm trying to break the normal habit of people starting the game and quitting because they don't know what they're doing. But the bad thing is, even people following my guides, I'll give as much advice as I can. Like not using your book or summoning on the banners, getting a bunch of characters you're not going to use, and then everyone has, not everyone, but there's still like 10-20% of people still come in, they're like, I have 0 sky stones, what am I supposed to do? I literally explained that from day 1, not to spend your resources or else you're going to get stuck. Like, I try so hard and people still just will not follow it. But most people, or a good chunk of people are, which is I think growing the game. Wish I got a skystone stimulus. I mean, you can get there at some point. Just got to make content. The Skystone Stimulus, I mean, I guess it is a lot over time, but it's not that much. It's not even like half a pity. It used to be even less. It used to be like 2,000 Skystones a month. It really did nothing for us. But anything free is nice. So I never would complain about it, but the Skystone Stimuluses never did a whole lot, but nowadays they do quite a bit. That's the reason I'm able to get most CML5s, because I'm able to refresh shop. Like each one is like an extra 20 mystics, so it gives me an extra 20 mystic a month. Really hoping to get lucky on the first character. I'm at 700 bookmarks, 3K skystones. What do you mean 2 limiteds? That's insane. So we had a summer side story event that had a character called Lethe and a character called Summer Lulika. It was like a extra version of Lulika. I think that's how this is going to go. We're going to have the same style event as that was. I'll re-upload your vids with my voice, easy 10K subs. I will copyright strike your videos and they will get taken down. Good luck. I hope not. That's what it's going to be. Every summer and winter event will probably be that now. It just makes sense. Summer and winter events, 6 months apart, will be the same style event. So we'll have the gear farming event on top of all the new stuff, or the 2 new characters. But the thing is, I don't know how many people even farm the new gear event because we have Rift anyway. So watch, they'll say that Rift is ending, and then they'll start new Rift at the end of this. So then it'll be every 6 months they'll make a new Rift and force you to farm the side story. I'm like dreading when they announce the end of this Rift season because I'm like I built so much stuff that is just gonna be useless once this Rift ends, and we're gonna have to do it all over again. But yeah, what's up, loads? Just joined. What I miss, dude? You missed everything. 6 limited characters this year. Isn't that normal? Well, yeah, it's normal. Well, 6 new limited characters, I guess, might be a little extra. They're definitely releasing more characters, limited characters, nowadays than before. I think it's more in the 6 limited characters. Well, no, we had like no collabs this year, did we? We had no collabs with new characters. So it's honestly the same. Literally only GOG on haste and used by my standard PvE units plus my PvP Jacko. Well, I built Kane. I built haste. I built a dingo for fun. Like, I had fun with Rift. I built a bunch of extra stuff for it. But yeah, full of Funimation copyrighted over 100 videos. That actually happened. Well, yeah, any of those big companies, if they see the opportunity to like go and make a couple $1,000s, like if they're bored one day, they'll just go do it. It's like, we'll just make a little bit of money, why not? Even like artists, like there will be artists that they'll sign contracts to where their music could be used in games, and they'll go out of their way. Their label will be like, nope, if anyone uses a song with the game in the background, we're gonna take any money from that. Tsuchikage, you're late. Not really, we've only been live like 30 minutes, I think. Won't Rift be like Expo where it keeps some mechanics and cycles? I don't know, maybe, but the thing is, it's every 6 months, so we're not gonna have Fire Rift again for at least a year once it goes away. So we're gonna get a Water Rift, and then we're gonna get the next Rift, and hopefully if there's a Grass and Light Rift, we're not gonna see Fire Rift again for 2 years. 2 years before I can use those characters again? That's brutal. Every time I check, I see different speed numbers from Alandi. That's because people build her from base speed 99 all the way up to 160 usually. Anywhere between 99 and 160 it's going to be usable, but if you build her at 99, she's going to take no turns. If you build her at 160, she's going to have less stat, but she'll take more turns. There's no one set way to build characters, guys. You're going to have a billion different ways to build every single character. Not every, I mean, kind of every character, because even Ran, you can build an effectiveness Ran, an effectiveness Ran, a slow hyper damage 270 Ran that you just pick to try to one-shot. Like if they pick Stene and they'll pick anything fast. Like there are so many ways to build everything. And 99 is more RNG reliant than 160, but you have more stat. So it all comes down to how you want to build your characters and what gear you get. But there are so many ways to build every character. I have enough Fire Liticas for Triple S new Litica. I don't. And I'm sad because, dude, Litica's my favorite character. So this Grass Litica probably going to be my new favorite character. In fact, he says 270 slow Ran is still wild to me. 270 Ran is like almost too slow to use. He will basically not be Ran at that point. I mean, you can maybe use him, but if you open with him, you're probably going to get outsped and obliterated. Is Lethe worth building in 2024? Lethe's in a really bad spot right now. So any character that does HP scaling like true damage like Lethe is going to get obliterated by injury units, and Death Dealer Ray getting built or like getting buffed just makes it to where she's a lot harder to use. So when units are good, they're usually like there's a level of good. They're either like third pick good, first pick good, or like third, fourth pick good. And Lethe was a third pick good character when she first came out. And then she became a like fourth, fifth pick, and now she is still a fourth, fifth pick. She can be used, but if you don't fourth or fifth pick her and third pick her, they're gonna pick 2 injury characters like ML Shu plus DDR, Sharoon plus ML Shu, and you're probably gonna get cooked from that position. What do you think new Lidica will do? I have no idea. Like both our current Lidicas are like speed characters, so if she fits that same thing, she's gonna be some kind of like pseudo opener character. She might be the fastest character in the game. She might be the first 131 speed character. Imagine 131 speed green character. Wouldn't that be so fun? Oh my gosh. I would love of. The thing is there are no fast green characters, like high base speed green characters, really. You think she'll still be a ranger? The other 2 are rangers? Looking at her kit, it looked like an attack skill, didn't it? So either she's a warrior or a ranger. But the thing is, if I don't see her being a warrior. I don't see her being able to take a hit. I think that's like Lidica's whole thing, is she's not gonna take a hit and survive. She's a knight? There's no way she's a knight. The only thing I can see her being is an assassin if she isn't that. Or thief, whatever. AoE, venom, and poison with sleep? You're just asking to make the game even more ridiculous? If she has a turn, I'm really curious. I mean, they could do anything with her and I wouldn't be surprised. They turned up OP or Op Sig into a ranger. I can see Flitica being anything. Yeah. I mean, she could be a mage. We don't know. She would be a thief or a mage, I bet. Yeah. It's just the thing. Both Crows are knights, I guess. So, is there any character that's? I mean, Lulika is both a mage. There's 2 mage versions since there's a Solier version, so I could definitely see her being a thief or a mage. I don't think she'll be a mage though, because we're getting ML Ludwig. What do you think Katie's sister is? She's probably a Soul Weaver, right? Lily says 3 types. Yeah. I was just trying to think of a version of a character that was the same for the first 2 types and then changed for the last type. Yeah, and Bologna went from ranger to warrior. Well, 2 rangers to warrior, so yeah. Hope she's ranger, so all 3 lids are rangers. Then we have another guiding light character. So do we really want that? That's the question. Do we really want another guiding light opener? Really? As that's all, the rangers are always openers. So do we really want one? But yeah, her S3 was an attack skill, so that's why I'm thinking I have a feeling she's a thief. Which, the thing is, we just got a green thief limited character last time with Lilius, so are we really going to get another thief limited character? Curious. I just soloed my first Dark Expo level 3. I used Sarmia for damage, Brieg for tank, Tama healer, and Magras and Obiluka, just another person who can cleanse and blind. Hell yeah. Brieg will make all expos super easy except for grass. Brieg is so useful for expos. Yo, what's up, Matt? Does Mercedes need speed when building for counter PvP? You don't have to. So here's the thing. When you build a character with speed, you're relying less on RNG. When you build a character 0 speed, you're completely relying on RNG on that character to win your matches. So most of it, like you're not completely relying on RNG, but you're mostly relying on RNG. It's like ML Lane, you build her at 99 speed, you're just praying she counters. She doesn't counter, she's not going to take any turns, you're going to lose. Mercedes, you build her on 0 speed, she has higher damage, more bulk maybe, but if she doesn't counter and doesn't take a turn, you probably lose. But the thing with Mercedes is usually pick her to where if she does counter, you just win the game. So, because she does insane damage. So picking like Mercedes with Meat Eater Cowrick, getting Meat Eater Cowrick to give her attack buff, and then she procs, she will just kill any like medium squishy damage dealer with those 2 hits. Stenny, like Spectre T-Bear, just explodes. Do you think a gambler character that gives your team random buffs? I mean, we already kind of have that with Acades. I enhance the free counter gear for Shu and a lot when effectiveness. Should I put on Polytus instead? Yeah, Polytus would be a good replacement character to put it on then. Shu can be built on speed set too. So just know Shu doesn't have to be on counter. She will already counter if she's on speed set. But the thing is, if she gets hit, she won't counter. But if your opponent's attacking another character that isn't your Shu, then your Shu can counter after she has 3. She has built-in counter in her kit. So you don't have to build counter Shu. And if you don't build counter Shu, she'll actually have higher stats. But if people know you're not on counter Shu, then they're just going to attack your Shu the whole time with everything. 6 a.m. here. I need sleep. Go to sleep. RNG Shu is just too good, yeah. Shu is... I don't see her really ever leaving the meta. Ares Jackpot. Ooh, wait, that's a banger. Wait, there was one day I got 3 Mologora from 1 world boss. That was, like, I think at the beginning of this year. I got 3 Mologora from a world boss. I shit myself. We're doing chapter 3? Yeah, we're doing a little chapter 3. I just wanted to stream for a little bit before I sit down and grind through making the next few videos. Plus, I want to make a tier list today. Is the premium Exo Pass worth it if you complete it? It is worth it Skystone's value-wise, but I don't personally buy it because I'd rather summon characters. So it's way too expensive, especially for free-to-play players, if you want to summon characters. What's next banner? 612? 12-6? We don't know. We don't know. There'll be like 1 or 2 regular banners. How long is a Sari and Villager banner? They go away today, right? But yeah, we don't know what the next banners are. Reminds you need to build Mercedes. I just like building Mercedes over like Sirmia going through the guide because you can use Sirmia or Mercedes for PvP and you can't use Mercedes or you use Mercedes for PvP, you can't use Sirmia for PvP. So Sirmia is pretty good in a lot of PvE stuff, so if you want to build her you can, but I always avoid it because I can just use her instead. Oh. How about the new SC and true ER can't be ignored? How about the new SC with true ER that can't be ignored? That sounds amazing. A character, dude, if Christy has to wear... Well, what do you mean? You can't ignore ER anyway. Wait, I'm having a brain fart here. ER can 15% effectiveness, but you can't like guaranteed land a debuff. If you have enough effect resist, you will always resist a debuff. But it's if you don't have enough of, or if you have enough effectiveness, you still have a chance of missing it. But if you have enough ER, you will never get debuffed. Like immune to ER soul burn. Oh, that's what you're saying? There's no way. That's such a like deep mechanic. There's no way. Ida is a good freebie starting unit? No. Ida, you're not gonna be able to use at all. Ida isn't even a good in-game unit anymore. She doesn't do enough damage compared to other characters. I don't know. Actually, she can be okay. I was using her. You just have to do a different style build on her. You don't build her for damage. You build her high effectiveness, and she can be okay. But no, Ida is not too great right now. A lot of characters are outclassed by multiple other characters, and Ida is just one of them. Once I make this tier list, I'm going to be linking it to everyone who asks a question about using a character. Every single time someone asks, I'm just going to put that. Just the easiest answer possible. It's not like a couple I'll answer, but most of them are just like, here's the list. There you go. Good luck. That is my opinion. I'm going to talk about it's going to be an hour-long video. I'm going to talk about every character and then timestamp it. I'll put a lot of work into it so you can quickly find your answers, but that way I don't have to answer the same questions each time. It's gonna be game changing. Pulled a lot of good ML5s in the headhunt, but I just pulled strays. Every fireman being loves this character so much, I might have to sacrifice getting a better unit. I pulled LC Blender by Sarah, for instance. Well, I mean, on headhunt, you can get any character you want. No matter who you summon or like flip on the headhunt event, you can re-flip them once you're at the end. So you can, no matter what character you want to get in the game, besides ML Landy, ML Shu, and the newest ML Landy, ML Shu, and Abyssal Yufine, you can get any character from headhunt. How good is Arya? Arya's all right. Arya's definitely all right. And one of the reasons she's like better than most of the things, because she takes gear that nobody else does. So having on your account as like a trash can to throw the weird gear on is really nice. Wait, did this Broman defense break in the past, or did this Broman get buffed? I feel like this Broman didn't defense break in the past. This is old Broman? Why my defense broke then? I was building Politis on guide day 10 too early. I mean, yeah, you're not going to use her for anything. I'm telling you guys, save everything basically except for clearing stuff until you reach like day 15 and have an understanding of what to build. Or until you unlock Aiden fully and do all the Aiden quests. Save everything, because once you have a big stash of resources and get to the part where I explain getting your first 8 characters figured out for getting into RTA and being able to just build all those right then, you will be golden. Trying to build any character earlier is not going to help you almost at all, or you're not going to have the gear for them. But yo, Shonito Pepito, thank you for resubbing too.
Pepito just resubscribed for 3 months. Deity love.
You can play the game however you want, though. If there's a character you want to try to build, go for it. But I'm telling you, if you're just patient, you will get way more out of it. Patience is everything in Epic 7. I mean, it's everything in gacha games in general. That's why your gacha games are so successful, is because everyone who like pulls one thing or is close to one thing and doesn't want to wait. That's what your urge right now is. The whole reason gacha games exist. Your urge to summon, your urge to pay to get one last pull, your urge to buy charm packs to finish upgrading a piece of gear. As a whole thing. Is Rowana any use? Rowana's okay, but I don't suggest Rowana to anyone currently. You're gonna end up pulling her. But if you already have her, she's easy to gear, but there's not many places you can use her effectively. Maybe as a new player against like ML Landy, Abyssal Yufine, you might find a slot, but the thing is, ML Landy against Rowana, you'll heal, but you'll never be able to kill ML Landy in time because you're missing one extra character that can actually deal with Landy. And then once Landy has 3, she's just going to kill your whole team. So Rowana essentially did nothing for you. The only time Rowana is going to be good is if you're using her with ML Kawazu into Landy, ML Kawazu into Abyssal Yufine. What other characters fit that, like one-shotting? Remnant Violet into those 2 characters, maybe, but then you're still just super RNGing and praying your Violet dodges. ML Ken, yeah, ML Ken plus Rowana could be okay too, but Rowana just doesn't work as well as she used to. You have to pair her with certain things or it just isn't gonna perform. But yeah, ML Ken's a good call too. How long did it take to finish Raza? See, it took me like 2 hours of farming runes yesterday. Takes a while. Void Changer? What do you want? Why are you adding me? What set are you using Mercedes on? Just one of the free attack sets. All my damage characters are just free attack sets. The only thing is with Spectre Shibra has the crit set ring from the arena shop and crit set boots from arena shop. I'm really thinking of skipping limited unit 7 because I need Karina and Rocket Punch. Yeah, just even if the units are crazy, if the unit's crazy, then it's not worth skipping to get a Rocket Punch. You're gonna get a Rocket Punch if you have the powder. Like once Rocket Punch comes around, as long as you have powder, you can guaranteed get one, and then you just once you have one, then you just need to bottle it from there. You don't have to pull multiple Rocket Punches. So I definitely don't suggest if these units are crazy skipping them. Just buy Rocket Punch with powder and then start using your bottles for it. Say if you want a high level Rocket Punch that bad, save your bottles from right now until it comes, and you'll be able to almost max it right away. If you hate Aiden so much, why don't you counter with LPK? Because if you pick LPK and they pick, I fight Conquer Lilies every single game. Okay, I don't pick Conquer Lilies, meaning that anytime I pick LPK into Conquer Lilies, I'm playing a speed RNG game to where if Conquer Lilies goes first, LPK doesn't do anything. Okay, next up, if you pick LPK and they pick Aiden, you're dead. If you pick LPK and they pick Ran, you're dead. LPK is a character that minus 300, which is pretty high for LPK. But the thing is, Rans are always 310 where I play at RTA, minimum 310. Conquer Lilies are usually 308 or higher. Lua, like I'd never pick her into Lua, but the thing is, the only time you can pick LPK is late draft when they're not contesting speed. And at that point, no one doesn't contest speed once you reach top 500 RTA. And every draft, someone's going to contest speed with at least one character, meaning that LPK is borderline unplayable most of the time, meaning that you cannot fight against Aiden consistently unless you're going to play turn 2. If LPK was consistent Aiden counter, you would see more people playing LPK, like Light or Elf Mage or whoever. Like, there's the occasional game that I'll pick her, obviously, but it's not. LPK is not a consistent way to beat Aiden in RTA. Would it be a good idea to custom summon Landy, Cerise, Tamarin? So a lot of you guys that don't play RTA are looking at it from like a very like simple mindset. Like, you're not thinking how complicated drafting and actually playing RTA is. When you think of a character that counters a character, you got to remember there's 4 other characters plus a drafting style thing you go through that the game is not going to play out how you have in your head. That's why anyone who thinks, should I build these 4-5 characters as an RTA team? No, because you're only going to be able to play those 5 characters together in RTA unless it's a cleave style comp, like 1 in 20 games. Because one, the opponent's going to pick one of them, or they're going to ban one of your characters, or your character just sucks because they picked elemental advantage into what you're trying to do. This game is so much more complicated than a lot of you guys understand first getting into it. Saying that you need very high IQ to get, or for getting good into RTA. I wouldn't say you need high IQ, you just need to put the time in to learn it. Like, being high IQ just means you learn it faster. That's the only difference. Like, you have to put the time in and actually learn. Just draft waifus? Some people do that. I know some people that are top like 300 Emperor players that are, actually I think we've had Legend players who only play with female characters. It's possible. But you don't have to be super. Astromancer Elena any good? Randomly pulled her. Arena and Guild Wars, she's okay. And RTA, she's not very good. The Groot summon rates suck. I did 240 rolls and never once got any of the 3 I picked. Had to restart to pity for 2 pieces. Or resort to pity. They have the same rates as every other banner. So you just got really unlucky. And that is summoning on Epic 7. But next time there's a group summon banner, if you summon on it, there's a chance to get like 8 5-stars. That's just how the game goes. I have, like, everybody has batches of luck. You either pity a bunch of times in a row, or you just get insane RNG. Problem is they have to put like years of grinding in the game for getting that good. No, you don't. If you play the game consistently, and play, I've only played in the last 4 years, like this season I played 700 RTA games. If you take the last, like from season 4 to the newest season, which is like 4 seasons, I played a total, excluding the season, of like 250 RTA matches. And I still have a complete understanding of everything. So if you're playing a lot, you're going to learn insanely fast. And half the things I learned in the past don't even matter anymore. So it's about putting time into the current meta. Once you learn the current meta slightly adjusts. So the thing is, like, learning the old metas aren't even like helpful for me anymore, because every characters all do different stuff. Like, every character that was good at one point now has a completely different kit 2 years later. So if you play the game for a year and truly put the time in, you can reach Emperor RT in a year for sure. You'll have a smaller roster, but you'll have a more refined roster and playstyle. So your best gear is going to go on your one roster versus the people that have their gear super spread out like I do. But you could definitely be a high champ player to low Emperor player after 1 year of grinding, which is the top 1,000 people in the game. But it definitely isn't years of grinding. Now, if you play passively and don't really care, then yeah, it would take you years to learn it. But if you actually are wanting to get into the game and going to put the time in, it won't take you that long. You have 250,000 AP? Hell yeah. How long has Winter been playing? Winter Wish? Probably since the start. But the thing is, Winter lost to Marguerite, who plays on JP server, and JP server came out 2 years ago. 3 years ago. How long has JP server been out? 2.5 years? 3 years? So someone who started from day one lost to someone who has a way worse account that started, they played like half the time on that account. So that's just a showing right there. I mixed Winter with Marge, yeah. Marguerite is JP server, so, and Winter I'm pretty sure is, if not a day one player, very close to it. I've been playing for 1 year and I'm putting the time in, currently at 20. Yeah, so see, Kern's right there. Like, you're ranked like 3,000 with that, aren't you? So that's a good example of what's possible. Sure, there are more waifus released as marketing, but there's a lot of OP husbandos too. We may see new Senya skin tomorrow. We'll see a Senya skin, and then we're also, it's similar time when Shu got, yeah, we'll see the Senya skin, but then we're also going to maybe see the child Senya coming too, and I think that's going to end up being a free character. When you're going to do the gear guide video, that's not going to be for a while. Okay, the gear guide video is going to be, that's going to be like part 7 of the guide, and I'm going to be releasing a guide episode like every 2 days. So it's not going to be for at least 10 days that video is coming out. It'll be a while. So my old guide, my old gear guide, if you want to watch it, you can learn a little bit. But the new guide, trust me, once it comes out, it's going to be so simple. That one I might have to take a couple extra days to make that though. That is the only problem. My story have APOC being Tammy and Arby. I can switch Brig with Araz. My story have APOC, Brig, Tammy, Arby. I can switch Brig with Araz, Arby with Landy. So necessary to get Stene? Where are you at in Abyss? All those characters you just said, you're probably not going to be able to climb that far in Abyss with. You're taking Stene because she's an Abyss cheat code to get a lot of free rewards. That's going to boost your account level insanely. And Spectre Zebra and RTA and PvP is a lot of the time just one of the best characters you could possibly pick. But in a lot of in-draft situations, if you pick Spectre Zebra, she will just win you the game. So they'll have to ban her, leaving your full draft up. Not having Spectre Tenebria as someone who's going to play PvP or PvE, you are going to struggle big time. So taking Conqueror Lilius over getting Spectre Zebra is not worth it, if that's like where your brain's going. And one thing too is everyone's going to have C Lilius. So the amount that you'll actually be able to pick her is probably going to be lower, and if you don't have the gear for her, when you do pick her, she's not going to perform how you want. Whereas Spectre Tenebria could be built on the free attack set, starting gear, and probably work all the way up until high champ. Spectre Tenebria is just insanely powerful on easy to build stuff, plus she needs a 4-star artifact, which makes her even easier. Brynus win? What do you mean Brynus? What's the stat line for Stene? Usually 4k attack, 180 to 200 speed, 100 crit rate, around 300 crit damage. And you can go different sets. And now for HP defense, like 900, 9000. If you go a little tankier, it's fine. You can go below 4k attack. 4k attack might be kind of high. But just say 3600 attack, 300 crit damage is probably solid for damage. How often does Ancient Inheritance happen? How often is Ancient Inheritance? Once every 4 months or once every 6 months? I'm not sure. Can you tell me why you're using Mercedes? Should I use her over Asaria? No, you can use Asaria here if you want. I use Mercedes because we just beat Golem Challenge with her. And Mercedes is really good for PvP. For early game PvP, Mercedes is one of like the top choices you could do for your defenses and everything, so Mercedes is very, very nice to invest in as a new player. APOC with 2550 attack fine? Hell no. APOC's an HP scaling damage dealer. If your APOC has over 2000 attack, that's too much. Because Mercedes is awakening, APOC scales off HP. Yeah, you don't want attack on APOC Robbie. You gotta read your heroes. Read what your heroes do. It will help you a lot. How do you unlock Mercedes Awakening? Beating Chapter 3. I'm scared for the next meta because now I'm good. I have ML Lane, ML Fiend, but when Cleavers rise up again, will drop. I don't think you'll have to worry about Cleavers. I don't think they're going to really push anything that's going to help Cleavers out, guys. Yeah, I'm excited for Ludicrous Kit too, Ethan. It's going to be sick. AI has been every 4 months, but we're overdue. Okay, so yeah, we might get an AI announcement. I think we're going to get a lot of announcements in the morning. So I'll have a big YouTube video up tomorrow going over everything. Has Extinction been working properly? I'm not sure. I haven't tried to extinct anything in a while. So not even C damage? No, you want C damage. HP scaling damage dealers and attack scaling damage dealers and defense scaling damage dealers. Those are 3 types of damage dealers in the game. When you do HP scaling damage dealer, you want crit chance and crit damage and HP. When you do attack scaling damage, you want attack, crit chance, crit damage. When you do a defense scaling damage dealer, you want a lot of defense, a decent amount of HP, and then crit damage, crit chance. How do you farm Catalyst nowadays? You just farm unrecorded history. Unrecorded history farming's insanely good to do. You get a ton of gold and everything from it. Well, a ton of stigma, which you trade for gold. You got says from a random 5-star hero, you're never going to use them. Says is pretty bad. For now. Shouldn't say you're never going to use them because it could get buffed. That's the thing. Anytime I say a character's bad, don't be too sad because the characters in this game get buffed all the time. Every 6 weeks, we get a new batch of buffed heroes. So even though you can't use them now because they're bad, they might be better later. Did you max mull your Mercedes? I'm going to. She's 333 right now. But I don't have the catalyst to finish her. But Rich, how's it going? But Alex, you're starting episode 2. Good luck. Missing the Sezwin Rider meta? That was 5 years ago. Where's some Melissa buffs? I don't even own Melissa, so hopefully never. I refuse to pull Melissa. I know I'll eventually get her on like one of the free 5-star tickets, or free either 5-star tickets or Fire Elemental Summon tickets. But I don't want, I'm trying to never get Melissa. I want to be missing one 5-star character always. Would Cecilia replace Raz? She can. Cecilia does everything Raz does, but a little extra, basically. The only thing she doesn't do is dual attack, but she still defense breaks. She doesn't protect your backline unit, but Cecilia she speed downs the opponent, which can be really nice too. Cecilia is really good for expeditions. So you can use Cecilia over Raz, but the thing is you're using a 5-star character that a 3-star character can do everything. So you're essentially wasting Molagoras at that point. Thoughts on Emma Bologna? Emma Bologna is really good, but she's not as good as everybody thinks she is. Like new players especially. Existing players know how strong she actually is, but the problem is a lot of new players are like, I'm going to get Emma Bologna. And you are not going to be able to use her to the capacity that you see her used at. And Emma Bologna works well when she's super geared. If you have mediocre, crappy gear on her, she will not work that well. And if you don't know how to draft properly, your Emma Bologna is going to get controlled the whole time, debuffed, and not do anything. So I think most people who are planning to get Bologna from the Headhunt event that are newer players or like playing for less than a year are making a huge mistake. Does Rana have any place in the early game if we've rolled her? No, Tam's just better. You do not want to use Rowana for story. I've seen a lot of people make that mistake too. You do not want to use Rowana for story. She does not have a heal. She only heals if you get dual attack. She heals on her skill 3 every 5 turns or whatever. So I do not suggest Rowana for your story team, whatever, at all. The only PvE Rowana's good in is there's like 2 Labyrinth bosses and then Katie's Hunt. That's the only thing Rowana is going to be used in. She's not great for RTA either right now, but she can be really good in Arena. I've answered that question 4 times today. I think 4 times the stream, and we were streaming an hour and 15 minutes. I am losing my mind. Oh, Rowana could be good in some Abyss Force too. Ooh, wait, good luck on rolling that piece. Could be banger. Ares, roll it and report back. Let us know how it went. So I can't build her very well, but my back has 20k health, 130 speed, 300 crit damage, 100 attack, 2550 attack. So she has like 900 defense. That's 10k on S1. I mean, she'll work. On those stats, she'll work. But if you try to play PvP with her, she's going to suck. But she'll work. I mean, anything can work for story, guys. Story is very easy. Didn't let Car hear you say that? Wait, don't let Car hear you say what? About Rowana? You did not read my guy? 20k health, 130 speed, 300 crit damage, 100 crit chance, 2550. I read exactly what you typed. What do you mean? She just gets banned in PvP? Oh, wow. If your APOC Ravi is getting banned in PvP, you're fighting a potato, so. APOC Ravi is really not good in PvP right now. After all the years, Tamer and Asaria still PvE queens. Uh-oh, you got a bunch of minerals. I mean, it's still usable, but no speed at all. That's brutal. Tamer and Asaria still PvE queens, yeah. But Brieg now, Brieg being out's huge. That's like changed the PvE meta landscape, whatever that is. Tamer is queen, Brieg is king, yeah. I don't think Asaria is even that good. Like, she is good, but she is nowhere near as good as everybody says she is. There are infinite other characters that just do the exact same thing. Besides the reset, but the reset isn't even that big of a deal. I don't know. I'll never understand why Asaria is so loved. I never used her. I tried her. Trust me. I averaged 6-star on my main account, but I was just like, I'll just use anything else. I'd rather use a dual attacking character that strips than Asaria. So like anytime I'd use Asaria, I just use Cerise instead for almost any content. I think for all content, I just use Cerise instead of Asaria. I'd much rather have the dual attack. Because Cerise on Miss Confide, you still get the defense break. You still have strip. You have unbuffable. You get literally all the same stuff, but you get a dual attack instead. So maybe Cerise is the reason why I never cared for Asaria. The only reason I can think of is Asaria drops Tamer's S3, yeah. But you don't even need Tamer's S3 turn 1. And the thing is, by taking Cerise or using Cerise and like anywhere you use Asaria, is if you dual attack with your Tamarin, she's getting her cooldown faster anyway. It's not a full reset, but you're getting a dual attack with her. She's healing and cooling herself down. I don't know. I just prefer a character that dual attacks versus that. So we just got Litica, Flitica, and Blitica. Why is it Blitica? Oh, because bloom whatever. What if it's Glitica for glass or grass Litica? I just lisped in a typo. That's normal. So I guess I like that because even before I get Chapter 2, I have Brieg, Tam, and Destina, yeah. So you'll just use Brieg, Tam, Tieria, and Stene, and you'll clear basically everything. You can use Tieria for Chapter 3, but I like using Mercedes because she's a mage, so her base stats are just a little thicker, I guess. She just doesn't die nearly as much as Tieria does going through this. How much attack does the Hawk need? Like 3379 probably can work. You never got Brieg? I mean, he'll be back eventually. It's fine. Brieg isn't needed. He's just like an easy pick. Is Litica viable still? She's good if she's on Guiding Light. She still gets picked a decent amount in RTA. Mr. Streamer, thoughts on ML Crow and ML Lilius? Which more convenient? The easier character to build is ML Crow. ML Lilius is, I guess, slightly better than he is overall, but way, way harder to gear. A good one. But LR Crow, you can put on legit potato gear and he's going to perform well. Do we know if ML Shu is on the hunt? No. ML Shu, Abyssal Fiend, and ML Andy, all three of those characters. It's always, anytime there's a head-on event, the three newest characters are never on the event. Who will be in next Mystic Summon? Ludwig. Ludwig starts tomorrow. Other than that, we don't know. Do you think the equipment reset material for level 88 is worth 1800 Sky Stones? Hell no. You guys know 1800 Sky Stones in game to purchase that costs $50. So in Smilegate's mind, resetting a piece of gear is worth $50. So hell no, it's not worth it. And that's on Hoochie's discount bargain shop. So hell no. The chance you spend $50 of in-game currency, $50 of in-game currency to reset a piece that's still gonna roll dog shit. So no, I do not think it's worth it. It is horrendous value. If any of you got scammed into buying that, I feel bad for you. Now, if you bought it and your piece rolled good, then maybe it's worth it, but is $50 worth fixing one piece of gear by 7% total stats? Maybe for in-game whales, but for me, hell no. Never would spend that. That's crazy. I never want to see a scammy rabbit outside a lab for at least a year. I mean, the Hoochie boxes are nice. Spending 500 Sky Stones usually for a pretty good amount of stuff. I don't mind his boxes, and I don't mind the Mystics that he sells. The Mystics are actually good value too. 200 Sky Stones for a Mystic is a great value, or for 50 Mystics, that's great value. Because if you were to reset 200 Sky Stones into Secret Shop, you're not going to get a Mystic on average. You get like 2 or 3 per every 1,000. So the Mystic medals are worth it too. But Gucci box and Mystic medals, everything else in that shop, horrendous value. If you had to pick the Slate or Reset Stone from Head Shop Hunt, I mean, you're going to be able to buy everything from Head Shop Hunt. Or from Head Shop Event, you're going to buy all of them. You still have 84 days left. So trust me, if you, like, look, we'll go look at it. We'll take a little farming break. If you look at the Head Shop thing, we have, I think it's 84 days left, right? You have 84 days left. You know how many points that is? Over 84 days? It's a lot, okay? So all of the point shop stuff, you're going to buy all of this. Trust me. You're going to buy every single piece of whatever's in here. Because 84 days, that's how many weeks? That's 12 weeks. 12 weeks times 2,800 just from weeklies. So 2,800 times 12 from right now. 33,600 points. That's what you're getting just from doing your weeklies. That's a shit ton, okay? You're going to clear all of this. It costs 8,000 points per one of these. So 8,000, 16,000, 24,000. So just from, if you were to start today and do your weeklies every time, you're going to still be at a surplus of 10k, not including stamina spent, or your daily missions, which daily missions give you 50 per day. So 80, so you get an extra 5k from that. Trust me. If you are spending, if you're playing the game, you are going to be able to buy all this. You do not need to make a decision as to what is more worth it. So do not stress about, am I not going to be able to afford X thing? Because you have plenty of time. What am I getting from Headhunt? On this account, Conquer Lilius, but I'm not going to use her. On my main account, I'm getting Rowana. Once I get Rowana, I have every character. But Uki, what's the in calendar? What do you mean in calendar? What does that even mean? Do I have to spend Ash? Should I hold back on summoning for Tam or Story Banner due to incoming limited banner? No, you want to get Tam. You'll have plenty of resources. You'll pull Tam. You'll have plenty of resources to get the new characters if you want to get them. But Tamarin, if you don't get Tamarin on a new account, is going to slow you down dramatically. It's going to take a lot longer to stabilize your account. So I would definitely suggest Tamarin. I mean, maybe the limited character, the Akadi's sister, might be like a PvE god, but usually limited characters aren't designed for PvE. They're always PvP designed. So limited characters are usually a like mini ML5 is what they try to do. They try to make them good for PvP. So I do not see her being a PvE maniac, but There is never a time I will not suggest to get Tamarin, because if you don't get her, your Abyss is going to be harder. If you started with Destina, definitely don't get Tamarin, because then you're going to be missing out on both the Tam and Nasaria, which are the two like PvE characters. But that's why we take Destina and Tam, so we're covering both PvP and PvE. And if we take Asaria instead of, well, if you take Asaria instead of Destina, then you have nothing for PvP. $3K attack, 50, wait, let me read the, so yeah, that's a juicer Landy. That right there is a really good Landy. How'd your boots roll? I guess they rolled really good. Pretty happy because they're just on crit damage check. Oh yeah, it's even better then. That means you could upgrade later if you wanted. Quincy, you're about to be level 54. You're a little ahead of me. It's episode 4 harder than 3. I honestly think episode 4, it's not harder than level 3. It's about the same. It just takes longer because the enemies have more HP. So, like, chapter 3, 4, and 5, I wouldn't say they're like any harder than each other. They're just more annoying. I hope Biblis isn't limited. She will be. She most likely will be. If it's designed, NEC is 1 and 2 equipment score, damn. This event is almost guaranteed going to be designed the same way as the summer event, meaning like we had limited Litica and then we had Lethe. That's how this is looking like. It's the exact same thing. So Lethe, Biblis is the Lethe of this, and then limited Litica is the summer Lulu of this. So we have like the rework of a character already designed and a new character. It's looking to be exactly the same. So we're gonna probably have a gear farming event just like Lethe Summer Side Story. Tristan, it was so funny because Tristan Wolf DM'd me yesterday and told me that this is probably what's coming, and then they announced it today because he was like telling me to warn all you guys not to use your resources for summons and to save your summons. If Ruel were to be buffed, what would you add to her kit? The ability to heal injury damage. Ruel's ML5 PvP focus needs some kind of mechanic to be usable that isn't covered by anyone else. So the only thing that she could do would be the injury cleansing character. Instead of her S3 reviving a single character, they could change her S3 to revive or to heal all injury damage. That there would make her a usable character again. That's all she needs. Otherwise, every single like revive mechanic is already done, so there's really no other way to do it. ML Ruel win? Well, Ruel is an ML, but good one. Well, healing injury would shoot her stocks to the roof. Exactly, that's all they have to do with her. And whenever she was getting buffed before, that's what I thought the buff was going to be. But it ended up just, I don't even know what they changed on her. Ruel got a buff like 2 months ago, or 4 months ago or something, and it literally did nothing. I don't know what they changed. But that's all Ruel would need to make her back in the meta. Because she would become a 5th pick, 4th pick, 5th pick character to help deal with Death Dealer Ray, all of that stuff. Like, she would be goated right now, but for some reason, character balancing. Like, if they would have did that with Ruel before DDR came out, she would have been picked not too much, but if they, like, once DDR got buffed, it would have been such a good balancing because Ruel would have essentially got a buff at the same time. But instead, we had so few counters to DDR that he just became the most annoying character in the game. DDR's buff is a who the hell ass moment. Exactly. He did not need a buff. I used DDR a ton before his buff, and he, if I picked him right, he won the game, or he got banned because he was already super strong there. Why did DDR need a buff that made him one of the most ridiculous characters to fight in the game? Like make Litica Biblis where 40 to 50% chance the other units RGB version story limited go from 10 to 20. Make team building. Wait, what? Any unit that is involved in the story gets a % bonus for additional drops. You build team. Oh yeah. You're explaining the event. What if her revived ignored extinction? I think that's stupid. I don't think that's good. Because if you're drafting to like, you can't. The whole point of extinction is that the character isn't coming back, right? Like, ignoring extinction revive just completely makes like, what's the point of extinction then? No one's gonna even bother with any extinction characters if there's characters that can just ignore revived. Or ignore extinction. That just sounds like terrible game balancing. The thing with injury damage is it's going to help you, and if there's only one character in the game that can counteract that mechanic, it's super good. I think that's very fair balancing. And then over time, as more injury characters come out, release a second character that can like not be as good as Ruel, but still pseudo heal injury, I think that could be great. But the whole, if you extinct a character, that shit should be dead, because extinction characters are kind of hard to use. Like, the thing with extinction characters is like high risk, high reward most of the time. Like Lethe, if you don't get her S3 out at the right time, it's not gonna work. If she gets injured at all, it's not gonna work. Like, injury characters are supposed to be high risk, high reward, whereas revivers are supposed to be the safe. So if you have a safe character that's gonna revive extinction, that is horrible game design. What, you don't like the music? What did you guys get from login 5-star ticket on the 14th today? Well, I'm not there yet. I'm only on day 7. It's literally the name extinct, like stay dead. Yeah, like injury, healing injury is also like kind of similar to that, but I think it's way safer to build a character or have a character heal injury versus reviving through extinction. You got another Destino? All right, well, Destino imprints are actually nice because it's Effectros, so do not feel bad about that. Today is my ticket, hoping for Litica dupe. What if the new Litica sucks, though? As someone who mains injury on my main account, injury needs a nerf? Yeah, trust me, I know. I also main injury. I picked Sharoon second pick like every game a couple weeks ago. For like weeks, I picked Abyssal, Yufine, Sharoon, and the win rate was unbelievable. And then people eventually started figuring it out, but yes, injury is too much. And Sharoon having reset plus injury, insane. I just hate that they changed DDR because you can't even use DDR Sharoon anymore very effectively. Like, they have less synergy together. DDR makes it to where all Venoms explode at the end of the turn, so you can't like pre-place a Venom and then the next turn have a high chance of landing it. You still have to Soulburn Sharoon like every time you want to try to be consistent. And I hate that. I rerolled the level 88 Abyss Boots and got 82 gear score. Yikes. Wait, 82 gear score, not equipment score, right? Okay, 82 gear score is insane. 82 equipment score that's the biggest waste of a reset stone I've ever heard of. You pick Urban Shoe and Illanav? Okay, well, Illanav is an overpowered injury. Illanav's very easy to deal with, but I'm going to build Sharoon after I get my ult to 55. Sharoon is always going to be good, in my opinion. Obviously, she's counterable, and I think Sharoon is terrible if they have Aiden. That's like, there are so many different ways to play this game that people are going to find different characters bad. So a lot of the characters I find not very good, if someone pre-bans differently than me, they're going to see way more success with that character. Any of you guys that are new players got to learn that too. So like for me, I ban Aiden, so I'm able to play a lot of characters that other players are not able to. So your pre-bans as a player determines your experience with the game. So I pre-ban Landy and Aiden. By pre-banning Aiden, I can now draft AoE debuffers and not get hard punished for it. So I'm going to value AoE debuffers a lot higher. Like Benevolent Roman, everyone will tell you he's terrible, but as someone who bans X characters, he's actually pretty solid for me. He's got a decent win rate. You ban Sea Lilius? See, I almost tried to ban Sea Lilius for a while, but it's just not worth it. If I had 3 pre-bans, it'd be Emma Landy, Angel Light Angelica, and Aiden, for sure. That's what I'd have the most fun playing Epic 7 with. Yo, what's up, Stoyles? I swapped off Dear Mentor. Did I mess up? No, it's fine. I skipped it on the other guide account because I wanted to test it and make sure it didn't mess anything up, but you're fine. Just switch off of it and start the Tamarin side story and you're good. If you got Moon Bunny, you don't need to ban Celius. Moon Bunny doesn't even counter Celius that hard. Like, you have like Moon Bunny into Celius, they just press S1, so if you don't draft Lionheart Ceremia, you're still probably getting cooked. Moon Bunny Dom isn't like a one-stop all for Celius. Like Chara Fade, if you first pick Bunny Dom, he will pick Celius straight into your Bunny Dom and shit on you. Can you play a music playlist if I link it? No. With these streams, every time I've tried another playlist, it's gotten copyright striked. I tried to listen to a Blue Archive playlist the other day and it got copyright striked. And I just can't risk it. So the Nikki playlists are the only safe playlists that I found. Nikki playlist and Maple Story, but Maple Story is like too chill. you go second and pick Bunny Lionheart into C-list, yeah, you can. And then they'll flex into X-Thing and still beat you 40 to 60% of the time. I mean, that's a super common open draft. Everybody knows how to flex out of it, so. There's no character that's just a guaranteed solution to X-Thing. The song Promise that's in the game that's on repeat on the main screen. Yeah, a lot of people like that song. They did a cover thing for it. Not in Masters, true. If you're in Masters, it probably works a lot more efficient. But as you climb, any consistent strategy you find from Masters going up to Champion, once you reach middle Champion, people will start like surprising you because they'll have a solution to anything you do. My Teiyu is a solution to all deity drafts. I have a 0% win rate against Teiyu. Debatably one of the worst characters in the game, and I have a 0% win rate against him. Now, do I let him through every game even though he's actually decent when I could just ban him and win the game? Yes. But of all the games that I've played and let Teiyu through, always beats me. It's hilarious. Most of the time, if I would just ban him though, the games, they would lose the match, but it's always funny to play against a Teiyu. Because I still don't know what he does besides counter when I click X button, or like proc when I click X button, and he just goes crazy and it's hilarious. No idea what is Teiyu. You don't need to know, no one picks him. There's a couple people, I think there's a couple people in chat that they queue into me on ladder, they pick him to be funny. Because every time I fight him, I die to him, but I've only ever fought him like 4 times though. He's not a good character. He's a good character against like 1 in 200 drafts. Should I change this Sharoon build? I don't know. Counter Sharoon for me, I don't like it because if they pick Lionheart, I don't like most counter characters in my playstyle. So it's hard for me to judge like other people's counter characters because I always am fighting Lionheart Sarmia pretty much. So if I don't like picking counter characters because it just raises my chances to RNG lose. So I play counter Sharoon. Yeah, if you have a counter Sharoon and you're the Lionheart player, then it makes sense. But for me, I usually don't pick Lionheart Sarmia. So anytime I pick a counter character, I'm just raising my chance to lose off RNG. Like I always, like anytime I fight a counter Arrowwell or counter anything like that, it's never good. I did fight one counter Sharoon that obliterated me though because it countered every turn. I was like, what is happening? After Shu, should I pull Senya? Right now, don't summon anything. We're getting some new stuff starting tomorrow. Well, new stuff is technically starting next week, but don't summon anything right now. Save all your resources. There's no point to summon. When, especially on story summon, whenever you could just save your stuff and start the story banner later after we learn if these characters are must pulls or not. What do y'all wonder the next time all blessing challenge is gonna be? I really am curious if they're gonna make like Get Masters RTA a Moonlight Blessing challenge. That'd be so funny. Like you have to achieve Masters RTA to unlock your 3rd Moonlight Blessing character. I'd be so happy. I think that could be so good for the game. It would force so many people to get into RTA and stop being scared of it. The more people play RTA, the better. Because eventually, if they start it and realize it's not as scary as they thought it was, so many more people would play RTA. W scenario for Mr. Streamer? Yes. Main Discord be in flames, dude, they'd be shitting themselves. I don't want to play RTA. How do I get to Masters? I've been playing 3 years. Masters isn't achievable in 3 years. Yo, Nanami. What's up, dude? I think next year, if I do end up getting a house, I might get a second cat. And if I get a second cat, I want to go find a blue-eyed cat and name him Gojo. I think that'd be sick. I want to find a little blue-eyed kitty. His name will be Gojo. He will become a stream sensation. But I'd feel bad getting another cat. I'd feel bad because my cat, I guess he's in my closet right now. Yeah, I'm gonna assume he's in my closet right now, hopefully. I already have one stream cat, but I never put face cam on anymore because I'm too lazy. But My old apartment, I had my bed behind me, so my cat was always on stream. Yo, DJ Cool Ranch, welcome back. Thanks for the follow. They already named a star after him, did they? Dude, Gojo is like one of my favorite character designs ever. He's so cool. I have a blue-eyed cat named Saber. Gojo wasn't out yet when I got him. Saber's a good cat name too, though. How would you unlock the Destina storyline? MSM got a Saria on her. You don't have to get. You can play through with the Saria. The only thing is, once you get into RTA, you might want to get Destina. Once you play a little bit and see like how I play with Destina, you can try with the characters you have, but you're probably going to end up wanting to get Destina. But if you've already got a Saria is a fine character. She's going to make some of the PvE stuff that we're doing just even easier for you. But I'm very confident once you get to the RTA portion and see how much Destina helps you, you are going to want to get her. Someone named a star after Gojo and someone named another star next to a ghetto. That's hilarious. I've been playing RPG gacha games since 2013. I've never seen RTA draw as many people to do it. Wait, I've never seen RTA draw as many people to do it. What do you mean by that? You're saying not a lot of people play RTA? E7 RTA is super fun, but the more you play it and the higher you climb, the more stressful it gets. So that's one thing, is other games either make RTA a pay-to-win system to where you have skins that give stats and things like that, whereas Epic 7 does not have that. Epic 7 is a more like flatlined entry to where no one is like that far behind. Like, yes, there's gear difference, yes, there's everything, but someone with the worst gear ever can beat someone with some crazy gear because there's RNG in it too. So the RNG aspect, as much as everyone hates it, is one of the best things to balance out the game. And no one will be able to convince me otherwise. Sometimes in RTA I feel miserable, same. That's why I'm playing a new account right now. I'm not touching RTA with DDR meta going on right now. I don't even know what the meta looks like. All I know is DDR was getting first picked every game for a while, or not first pick, but early draft, and I did not want to fight that. So here we are, making a new player guide. Are you playing Outer Plane? No, I don't play any other gachas right now besides Star Rail, but I'm going to be playing a lot that come out next year. All I'm doing this year is finishing this new player guide, freeing up as much time as I can, and then going to be experimenting and trying out some other gacha games and stuff. So if Black Clover would have came out a month from now, I would have played the shit out of it. But I'm going to go back and experience a couple of the other gacha games, like Outer Plane, Nikki. I'll give them each like a week, and I'm going to make some videos on my second YouTube channel for them, just for fun. And then from there, though, whatever new gachas come out, I'm going to play all of them. Should I get Shu for my second selective summon? I have Tam and Cindy already, not interested in RTA. Shu is pretty good for a lot of PvE stuff too, so I would still say yes, get Shu. But I'm telling you right now, if you're not interested in RTA, you're going to be very bored with the game coming up very soon. As a second YouTube channel, Deity Rerolled. If you search this, I need to make a command for it, but if you search Deity Rerolled on YouTube, that's going to be like my second channel. There's going to be like my RTA climbs on other accounts on there, but then eventually it's going to transition to be like a mix of all different gacha games. But I'm telling you guys right now, there's a good chance if you're not interested in RTA, this game is going to be very boring for you once you clear story. Mage Luna win? Hopefully soon. Well, maybe not hopefully soon, but... Alright, what am I doing? I want to check something real quick. We should... I mean, we could probably plow all the way through Chapter 3 today. Oh, we were gonna do the new player. Does anybody in chat happen to have a link to the tier list bot? I think it's in Cecilia bot. Does anyone have that link by chance? Because I want to make a new player, like just overall character tier list. As a late game player who doesn't care for RT, can confirm that I'm really bummed we don't have AI going on right now. Yeah, like you can still play the game as an in-game player and not touch RTA, but if there's no other events going on, there is nothing to do in Epic 7. Like, I could never play this game. Hey, Uki, thank you. All right, so we're gonna make a new hero tier list. And we're gonna, this is part of the stream today because I want to upload 2 YouTube videos today. Hey, I should get on this tomorrow, right? Yes, it should be tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow, it'll get announced the next day. But usually they announce it and it comes out like a week or 2 after they announce it. But this is Tristan Wolf's time to shine with every Ancient Inheritance. His channel goes crazy. So this time with Tristan's thing, I'm just going to take his videos and put them in Discord. I'm not going to even try to make my own videos for it. I'll put his videos in Discord with like a little text excerpt with like what I would say new players use. But guys, our Discord is so powerful now. Like there are so many people that are good at the game. We have such a, like, we're up to 9,200 people in there, but every time I click out, we have like 1,000 messages in the Epic 7 help channel every 3 hours. So there's legit a message in the help channel every single minute, and sometimes multiple minutes. It's insane how active that, it's the Epic 7 help channel that's the most active. It's crazy to see. Like, I haven't clicked it. Oh my god. There's 1,175 new messages since 11:40 a.m., which was 2 hours ago. So that's 500 messages an hour. That is crazy how active our Discord is. And that's one channel. 500 messages in one channel an hour. You guys are crackheads. It's very cool to see. Like, the Discord is just becoming something huge for the E7 community. It's almost as active as the official Discord. That help channel is almost as active as the guidance ground channel in the official Discord, which is wild. And it's just going to keep growing too. I actually think over time we might pass like overall activity of the official Epic 7 channel on Earn. We need to start an army. We already have one. Why was the help channel on slow mode a few days ago? Probably because people were being idiots. I don't know. The moderators do what they want. I only have a couple moderators and I trust them fully. So whatever the reason they did it, I'm sure they had a good reason. But yeah, we're building something crazy for the E7 community here. Hey, Deity, is watching your video in 2x speed hurt your metrics? No, that's fine. As long as if you watch my videos at all, you're helping me. Don't ever feel like you have to worry about it. But yeah, if any of you guys aren't in the Discord, join it. Our Discord has gotten insane. We definitely have the most active Discord. But Ethan, with the Prime, but those of you on YouTube, there's the Discord link. Let me assign you guys roles, because I have a feeling you guys don't know how to read. Nope, you guys actually do know how to read. Wow. But Ethan, thank you for the 4 months. Primers, where you at? We need more. Wait, how many subs are we at? Hold on. All right, we're below 300 again. So yes, we need any primes. I will take them happily. I doubt anyone has primes. We've been getting like 10 Twitch primes a day lately. It's been insane. If I join the Discord, can I get help filling out my guild? No, you'd have to join one of the guilds in our Discord. But hey, Vendetta, okay, maybe some people do have primes. Vendetta, thanks for using your prime here. But yeah, we've been getting an insane amount of primes lately too. My guild system is so good, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, we have the best guild system, and no one's gonna ever be able to compete with ours. There's just no way. For new players, at least. For experienced players, you don't do Twitch that much, so I forget. Well, I appreciate it. If you ever remember, it helps me out a ton. You reminded one primer. Thank you, Ethan. That's one thing, is a lot of people who watch on YouTube forget they have Twitch Prime. So I think that's part of, like, I've been streaming on Twitch and YouTube. So when people hear about it, they're like, oh, I could go over and use my Prime real quick. Should I scale up Brig or stick with Raz? Use Brig. If you get Brig, Brig is instant Raz. Replace it. When can I be Discord? What do you mean be Discord? Okay, can I get my guild to franchise out under your guilds? The only way to do that, how many members do you have in your guild? We want, if you're going to be part of our guild system, every single person has to be in our Discord for it. When you make a guild in our Discord, you get your own role and you get your own channel that you handle all your guild stuff. You're in Mangoville? Wait, Mango 7 roles guild? But no, we have our own channel in here, and every single person in the guild has to be in our Discord, because through AI and everything, like we have guild rules set up, but no, if you're in Mangoville, just use Mango's stuff to fill up. Ninja reminded his viewers about Prime and he got like 100k Prime subs instantly. Yep. Ninja had like a million, he was multi-streaming yesterday, I think it was, and I think he had almost 1 million viewers between 3 streaming platforms. He had like 400,000 on Twitch, 200k on YouTube, and or no, it was like 400k on Twitch, 300k on YouTube, then 200k on TikTok. It was ridiculous. Certain streamers are just at a level that is insane. Like I have 300 subs a month. I get like 200. I'm a senior member in Mangoville. We're struggling to keep active players. Yeah. Any old guild like that's gonna be pretty hard. The thing is, all of my people are new players, so like you guys aren't gonna really need new players to fill in. You're not gonna take in a level 14. That average gamer is going hard, can't believe, and he's still even interesting. Who, Ninja? Ninja, okay. I mean, I've always respected Ninja. He's older, or he's the same age I am, and he's still able to play games at a decent level. I'm about the same skill level as Ninja in any shooter game, but I don't know. He's able to maintain a community. He appeals to kids because he's loud, but entertaining at the same time. So, how do streamers with large base read chat? They don't. When you're big, you only read donations. Like you'll peek at chat occasionally, but you'll just like read it in your head. And if there's something that you want to talk about, you will. But normally it's like some nonsense message. But most big streamers, the only way they read anything you say is if you donate. And then they'll read what you say next to donation. And that's just how it has to be. Like you can't, if you have 400,000 people watching you between all platforms, you can't read everything people say. So if you donate $10, that's the only way the streamer is going to read what you say. Do you think you'll ever branch into other games? Yes. My goal next year is branch into other games. How come you're not trying to climb to Legend RTA? Because the current RTA meta is a disaster, and I don't want to climb to Legend RTA before the end of season. I don't want to take the time and push it and then end up having to take the time and relearn whatever meta. So if I'm going to climb to Legend RTA, I'm going to do it at the end of the season during the last 2 weeks. But I don't want to keep learning each meta. And right now, I don't have the time to make a new player guide and play RTA at a high level. There's just no way. I mean, I could play Emperor RTA, but I cannot get past top 300 if I do both. There's no way. Was Epic 7 boring before RTA? Yes. Very boring. Literally every stream was just account reviews. There was Arena. You would watch people play Arena on Sundays, and every other day people. Jenna's tried to branch, always takes a big hit on views. You have to. But Jenna, being able to stream any game and pull at least 300 to 400 views is insane. Like, that is top 0.001% of Twitch. So, like, Jenna's at a spot where he can do it. I am nowhere close. Like, if I try to switch games, I can maybe average 80, maybe, depending on the game. That's why next year my goal is to where I can play other games and stay around like 150 to 200 and then just grind all year and maybe that goes up. But it is very, very hard. Mega Samurai was first content creator I followed in E7. Yeah, I actually played Dragalia Lost and I streamed like the same time Mango streamed Dragalia Lost. So I knew about Mango for a long time. He's always a super nice guy. Just play Marvel Snap apparently. What, to maintain viewership? Why are you saying that? Everyone's just sponsored by Marvel Snap. There's always a sponsor going for that. All right, let me redo playlist. I actually probably have a Marvel Snap sponsor. Let's see, do we have one right now that I could do? I'm not gonna do it today, but we've already got 100 followers on Twitch this month and it's been 5 days. That's pretty good. No, there is a Marvel Strike Force sponsor. Our current sponsor options are Marvel Strike Force, Raid Shadow Legends, Star Trek, the Puzzles and Survival that I did last month, Genshin Impact. Dude, the Genshin Impact sponsors fill up instantly. Hilarious. But I don't. The only sponsor I might do is the one I did last month, the Puzzles and Survival game, because I can play it for 2 hours and I get a guaranteed payout. The only one I might do it tomorrow just to make sure I make as much this month as I can, but I would literally just play it for an hour and then the next day play for an hour. Old MTG streamer I watched switch to Snap and tripled his viewership. Well, if you become the top of whatever game you switch to, it could be really good. So if they did it when Marvel Snap came out, that makes sense. It's the best meta of RT ever, in your opinion? You are one of the very few that are going to think that. Ever since VDR got buffed, you will see no streamers streaming RTA hardly. If you notice, every streamer right now is playing max an hour or two of RTA a day, and that is it. They cannot do more than that. Jenna played Epic 7 yesterday for like an hour and switched off the game. Elf Mage raged out of Epic 7 today. Like, the meta is horrible for anybody, pretty much. There's like maybe 20 people enjoying it. Everyone else is hating it. Why is DDR so strong? It's not that DDR is even that strong. He's counterable. He's just annoying to draft and fight against. Because there's so few characters you can pick, so it's just limiting the amount of characters you can play in the game dramatically. So if you pick certain characters, you just get hard punished by them, and it makes drafting a headache. It's just not enjoyable. There are too few counters to that character. What's DDR? It's a character called Death Dealer Ray. It's not that he is like unbeatable. It's that you can't play like very many characters right now. The meta, he like made the meta more refined, and it sucks because the meta was at a point you could play a pretty wide variety of stuff. It's time for 3 pre-bans, no cap, yeah. I don't think that's going to solve much of anything. It's going to make it even harder. 3 pre-bans is going to make it even harder to fight certain things, right? So 3 pre-bans would bring back Cleave. Couldn't you just pre-ban him then? No, because my current pre-bans are set. I don't want to adjust because of one character. I'll just wait until, because anytime a character is too overpowered, they release a couple characters that are going to make them weaker. And that's what every streamer right now basically is doing, is waiting until those counters come out and the RTA meta becomes more variety again. It is annoying. Like, yeah, you could just pre-ban him. But then you're letting one of the other pre-bans out that you have banned for a reason. And now you gotta suffer through whatever other pre-ban. Sally for fighting spirits soon? Wait, what do you mean? Getting a Solitaria for fighting spirit? You think that's gonna be one of the limited characters? Maybe that's the new Litica. DBZ Dokkan battle? I know so many people that play that, but I've never watched Dragon Ball Z. Ever. I somehow dodged Dragon Ball Z my entire life. I don't know how I did it, but I did do it. There's already a fighting spirit counter, the GOAT Penelope. I think we need a character with 5-star base stats. I don't think Penelope's cutting it, because I don't see many Penelopes. Hope New Litica is just for PvE. There's no shot. Grass characters are almost never just for PvP or PvE, because the meta was so long, like for such a long time, the meta was dominated by blue characters, because every limited character that came out was blue, and they were always the strongest characters. So for a very long time, any green character that came out was good, was just insane. They were always better than they should have been because everyone just picked blue characters. The Hawk with the S3, I mean, that technically does, but they're talking about like a Solitaria style to where as long as that character's on the board, they can't gain fighting spirit. That's what they're trying to say. Y'all acting like Grass Litica won't just be new Kane for new Rift? No, there's no way. There's no way. They're gonna release a character specific for that, and I think the next Rift's gonna be blue. Like, where you use blue characters. I don't think we're getting Green Rift second. Green Rift is gonna be easiest Rift, so I feel like that's gonna be the 3rd Rift. We'll see though. Who could use Revenge Set? Revenge Set's primarily just used on healing characters and tanks. So you're like Revenge Set that has HP, defense, effect res, and speed. That's going to go on. It can go on any tank, any Soul Weaver, and it would work fine. But any damage, Revenge Set gear, I have no clue who you could use that on. I have some insane gear on my main account for Revenge Set for damage. Never found a use, and I have every character in the game. So I don't know what that could go on. I've tried it on some other characters. They're all bad. So I don't know who could use it. Like some people like use it on Euphine for whatever reason, which I always was confused about because then she doesn't heal. I just don't know any character that could be actually good on Revenge Set. Because anything that'd be good on Revenge Set is going to be probably better on Lifesteal. Waiting for the day they make character based off me? That'll never happen. Guys, I'm not even that big of a content creator for E7. I used to be top 3 back in the day. Like I had the 3rd highest viewership for like half a year. But maybe I didn't have 3rd highest. It was like I was like tied for 3rd highest. There were like 4 of us that all averaged around 300. But I'm smaller than I used to be in terms of viewership. That's because I don't just play RTA. I got sick of sharing the same 300 viewers with every other streamer. I wanted to branch out and try to reach new people. That is the thing with the E7 stream category is everybody just stares the same everybody. And it is not good business. If you're trying to do this as a full-time thing, sharing the same viewership with every other RTA player is not good. Revenge Set, Bruiser, BBK, it's not, it just doesn't work. Guys, I've tried it. Like, I mean, it can work sometimes, but there's just better things. Like, why not just put BBK on counter at that point? Because if she counters, she heals. Like, no character's kit makes sense with Revenge Set, besides healers and tanks. Healers especially make sense because they get extra boosts and can heal again and then restabilize, and if they get weakened, then they can rotate faster. I had an account for years and never knew what I was doing until I found your videos. It got me an account into shape. Well, that's been a lot of people. I'm hoping a lot of people get back into E7, but the problem is if the game doesn't like balance out to a good spot to where the in-game players are playing it heavily, then it's gonna make it to where a lot of people who would get back into the game or get into the game for the first time won't get into the game. So whenever you find a streamer that you can watch for any video game, it makes the game so much more enjoyable. And when that streamer leaves, for me at least, it's hard to stay into the game unless I find a replacement. Because or like even, it doesn't have to be a streamer, but a content creator on YouTube to watch videos sometimes. Like if I don't know somebody else that has interest in the game, a lot of time I just drop the game. Lyric, the king of streaming. Lyric, the king of streaming. I mean, OG, Soda Poppin' and Lyric both, I would say, are both really good picks. But the modern day king of streaming, in my opinion, is Ludwig. Ludwig he's insane. Everything he does is perfect. In terms of like overall, he can play anything he wants. The way he built himself up, yeah, Ludwig, he was on YouTube, he did the subathon where he hit X amount of, he plays games, yep. He does a very, like, he used to play Pokemon, like, Nuzlocke playthroughs. Like, Ludwig is, in my opinion, the best, like, modern day content creator. Mr. Beast, obviously, is the best YouTube video maker, so I guess maybe that has something. All I see is him sometimes in some drama crap. That's because you don't watch him. Specifically, he's almost never in drama. You're watching like the Twitch or whatever, not Twitch, but whatever recaps. But Ludwig's probably my, like, just seeing how he built his brand and everything. He's so smart with how he did everything. Green Ludwig though, only 5-star. I hate. Agreed. I hate regular Ludwig. I mean, I still watch you over others. I really like your streams. I use my Amazon Prime subbing you every month. Well, hilarious. I appreciate that. But there's no way. I mean, that's the whole gist of this, is there's no way they're going to put me in the game over like Elv Mage, who's in the World Cup every year. Jenna, who literally gave his life to this game for the last 4 years, or 3 years, however long Jenna's been streaming. Like, I have not done as much as those guys in terms of playing the game. Maybe for the game, with the new player guide, you can debate that I've done more for the game, but when you put, especially Jenna, when you put 6 hours a night into keeping the community alive, because otherwise people have no E7 to watch, they're going to find another game to play. Jenna did so much for the game. Because Jenna grinded through the worst RTA metas ever and played 6 hours every night just suffering. GTA, not Gear. Oh wait, did you see the Gear 6 trailer? Got 70 million views in 17 hours. Oh, the GTA? No, I haven't watched it yet. Jenna really loves the community. Does he? Does he though? Or does he like the idea of becoming big streamer and using you guys? He doesn't want to play E7. He hates E7. He wants to use you guys to catapult himself into being super streamer. Y'all are getting used. True and real. No, I mean, he would admit that too. He doesn't give a shit about Epic 7, but that's what almost every Epic 7 streamer is trying to do. They're trying to utilize the easy views and everything that Epic 7 is, and then grow. Try to get enough of you guys that like them, that would be willing to watch them play another game. That's what I'm doing. Hopefully enough of you guys play through the game, enjoy the game, like watching me play video games and talking about stupid shit, and then I could try other games. That is the whole strategy here. Jenna looks annoyed sometimes. Oh, I mean, trust me, there's a reason I have my face cam off a lot of time when I'm playing RTA, because I get furious. Stop by during work. How you doing? Pretty good, Jazz Cabbage. How you doing? I've been deceived. I love watching you play Raid Shadow Legends. All right, those are sponsor games. Those aren't the games I'm talking about. You don't have to watch that stuff. I don't care if you watch me play sponsors. Now, I do care if you maybe are willing to download those sponsors when I do them. But I could care less if you watch me during those. But for the fun, non-sponsored streams, that's what I care about. What meta did he play in? Just the meta from season 4 or season 3 to season 6. Just every night, 6 hours of that. Like, there was legit no one else playing RTA. Like, no one would stream all day hardly, and then he would go live and just suffer through it. He hated it. It almost hurt him too, because he would go live and just complain the whole stream. And that's what I used to do. That's why I quit streaming at night, because I used to stream during Jenna's time every night. But I just started hurting myself because all I would do is go in and start complaining because the game was so frustrating. But I learned, and I was like, I gotta stop. If I keep streaming and complaining the whole time, I'm gonna kill my stream. But Jenna luckily got through the shitty times and built enough people that liked him to where now that we're in the okay times that aren't as bad, he's able to benefit from it. Whip us up the finals when it launches. Dude, the finals was so fun until skill-based matchmaking kicked in. The finals was so fun. But skill-based matchmaking, the finals was brutal at the end. I could not play solo. Was the meta made E7 so bad back then? I don't even remember. It was multiple metas. Like, that's the thing with Epic 7. Metas will be fun for a little bit, and then they get boring. And then they get annoying. So I don't remember exactly which ones it was, but there was a Golden Boy meta. A lot of the early metas were just only bad if you were missing certain characters, and Jenna had less characters than me. So that means he played through some annoying times. Wait, who died? Mercedes? Okay. Who should I get from episode 3 select to summon? If I already have Shu, Senya is usually the best. Jenna have all the MLs now? Does he have all of them? He actually has all. I'm missing one. I think most streamers have all ML5s or are within one of having them all. I don't know well, all like the regular top streamers. Jenna, Elv, Light, I'm pretty sure all those guys. Valk definitely has them all. Missing Rowana, but Jenna's getting Rowana. He was missing MLK, and he's missing Rowana too. He's getting from Headhunt, which is the same as me. I'm missing ML Landy because I wasn't playing for like a little bit when she came out. G-Perg, Etao, and LRK meta. Yep. Basar, Cerise meta I recall being annoying. Yeah, I hated the Basar Cerise meta because I didn't have Cerise. I remember that. I didn't have Cerise. And the day I got Cerise, I went on like it was like a 20-win streak. I was having the most fun I've ever had in Epic 7. because I played against that character for so long. Right once I got her, I built her like 300 speed, when back then 300 speed was a lot, and I just shit on everybody. I had been plotting, I knew exactly how I was gonna play her. It was so fun. F10 meta and GVG? I don't remember that. I remember when F10 came out, I put her on crazy speed too and went nuts. I don't remember F10 being that annoying. Ever. It was basically, well, maybe I do. Because if F10 went first, you lost. If F10, or if F10 went first against you, you probably lost. But I was always picking F10 first into my opponents, and I was pretty fast, so if I went first, I won. There was no Zeo back then. It was, I don't know, it was nice. If you had to pick on Second Moonlight Blessing, you want to pick Mediator Cowrick. He is the best choice by far. Or not by far. Conqueror Lewis is a close second, but Mediator Cowrick, I cannot in good faith suggest anything about him. Hand guy was not buffed yet? Yeah, that's true. I'll be honest, I don't remember when Meteor Coward got buffed. I always remember him being good, because when he wasn't good, no one played him. Like, I never remember a time of Meteor Coward not being insane, but it's just because he was out and no one touched him. He was legit the worst ML5. I didn't have him at the time, and I think I remembered looking at him being like, he isn't that bad. But it's because I didn't have him. But guys, I really think ML Ludwig, when he comes out tomorrow night, I really think people are going to try to cleave with him, and then people are going to realize he's like a 250 speed character that you just pick into Lua, Knockwall, and those kind of characters. And then he's going to be a solid pick into that stuff. I'm almost positive people are going to realize he's actually good and not the spot they thought he was good. I really see him being like a normal character, but I don't know his multipliers. So it kind of is going to depend on multipliers. But I don't see him being like bad at all. I think he'll be bad for the first few days, but I see Elf Mage figuring him out really quickly. If I get him, hopefully I'll be able to just showcase like how I think he's going to work. But very unlikely that I get him. I think I have like 50 summons at most. How is Astromancer Elena? Not very good. Astromancer Elena is not really usable in RTA because she just dies. So, like, yes, your opponent won't counter you, but they don't need to counter, and they just kill her. She's just a kind of dead pick. Always. Unless you're cleaving. Ceremia is getting bullied by Luan's story. I don't read story. So how do you know? Oh, wait, Kana is getting bullied by Luan's story. Because he built all Rift units? All I did was soul burn, so the only soul burns I used on that fight were on Tamarin. I only soul burned Tamarin to heal. Like that, I need to make a guide over that fight. If you just soul burn Tamarin for your heals, that's all you have to do. But I definitely need to make videos over beating certain bosses. He just relying on supporters, yeah. We are not going to be relying on supporter. I'm going to be showing you guys how to actually beat it with the stuff I use. Dude, some Nicki songs go so hard. The song is crazy. If this played in a game I was playing, I'd be so hyped. And Star Rail, whenever you beat that first, like the first main boss, when that like rock song started playing, it was like one of the coolest boss musics I'd ever experienced. Have I listened to Last Spell soundtrack? I've not. I'm scared to listen to any other music on stream while I'm streaming on YouTube right now. Because everything I've tried to play gets copyrighted. It all gets copyrighted. I'll listen to a Persona soundtrack, something in there gets copyrighted. I'll listen to, we tried a Blue Archive, something got copyright striked. I tried to listen to no copyrighted sounds, like their playlist. 2 of the songs got copyrighted when doing that. It's so hard to find music that isn't going to get flagged. And since I'm like trying to save these VODs on YouTube so people can watch through as they're playing, I have to be really careful with music. Can Strays replace Mercedes on this team? I mean, technically, yeah. Honestly, any damage dealer can replace Mercedes. It does not matter who you use. Story does not matter. Real Kindness. I don't know the name of any song on the Nicki soundtracks. I just let him play. Penelope then? I mean, Penelope would probably work. Not gonna lie. Maestro's barely doesn't kill Banshee in one shot. Oof. How about Kingdom Hearts music from Square Enix and Disney? That sounds terrifying. That sounds like the thing that'll get copyright strike the most. Square Enix and Disney, both of them are like notorious for striking things. But now we'll just suffer through Nicki for a little bit longer, and then we'll be back to whatever. I don't care if the videos on YouTube get copyright striked past the new player guide. So we have like one more week of, unless I find another playlist. Like we could listen like Pokemon, but I think even one of the Pokemon things I did, one of the songs in there got booped. He's playing the content creator card super big. He's only using A Ravi, Landy to carry. Yikes. He still had level 50 units in a chapter 3. Oh boy. Well, he's not doing a guide. He's doing it for fun, like a challenge. He's not teaching other people how to beat stuff. So there's a difference. That's fine. If I was doing a challenge, I'd also be doing the same thing. The real threat is Nintendo. They were relentless. True. Which is probably why Pokemon, whatever I did, got booped. I'm on the games community page on Steam that the last spells music DMCA free. I could try it. Not today though. I would have to get the playlist and save it. I don't even know what last spell is though. Like what game is that? Is that its own like franchise, or what is it? Like what's the franchise behind it? I don't know if franchise is the right word. Like last spell, I'm thinking like it's a Harry Potter game. I know you said you've answered who you would choose for a custom summon, but would you be kind enough to repeat? Yeah, I would do Landy, Cerise, and then Green Asaria if you don't have Green Asaria. If you have Green Asaria, any other limited character that you like. Is episode 5 Ranger Veronica useful in anything? She's actually pretty good in PvP. She's like kind of sleeper strong. A lot of people don't realize how good she is. If you put her on Guiding Light, she's like one of the hardest hitting Guiding Light single target damage dealers. So a lot of people just don't think about using her when I think she could be really good. The problem is in PvP right now, every character that is a single target damage dealer that gets picked is always super tanky. Always super tanky. Like Zahak never gets picked. Like she would be great into Zahak. She would just one shot as Zahak, but Zahak's never getting picked without Celius as the first pick. There's very few characters that aren't on Guiding Light that are gonna get picked that she could actually kill. And the thing is, if most of the time if you draft her into like Strays and Malika, she'll just get banned. So that's another like couple characters that she would technically counter, but if you pick her, she's getting banned every time. No one's gonna Strays and Malika when you already have another speed contester. Last spell's a tactical RPG with roguelite elements. Okay, so it's its own like game. You just can't pick attack scaling units. Yeah, it's just too risky. Deity, are you gonna do a tier list of all the units in RT sometime? I'll do a new player guide. Yeah, we're actually thinking about doing that today. I was gonna make like a tier list for new characters, what's good and what's not. So when players pull characters, they know if they should be happy or not, basically. I was gonna do that today, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna commit to doing that today. Why are you not 3-starring the stages? Because I'll go back and 3-star them because I need more AP anyway. So I'm just trying to beat this. 3-starring the stage is annoying because you have to switch out characters. And you need to farm AP in all these stages anyway to buy the gear. So we can just go back and beat it again later whenever we're stronger for beating all this stuff. So I think trying to 3-star every stage is just going to slow down how fast you progress. For new players, should be spending leaves early to push abyss floors? Yes, I do. If you don't spend leaves to push abyss floors, it takes really long to get through Adventurer's Path challenges. So once you get past stage 70, you don't have to spend leaves anymore. But I do highly suggest spending leaves early. It just progresses your account way faster. If I hadn't spent leaves, I would only be on Abyss like 40 something right now. Which episode are you on now? Episode 3. Like on episode 3, chapter 4, I want to say. I'm stuck on 102 since 2018. There's a couple, there's like, I want to say there's like 6 different floors past 100 that are just nightmares. What artifacts do you recommend for Arya? Usually the Effectros artifact from Guild Shop is her best in slot. But some people use book on her and have her faster. It just depends on what your build on her is. Yeah, Abyss is just boring. Lua's folding Kana. Lua's easy to beat. You just have to know how to beat her. What's like the problem is his team's all fire characters because he's going for Rift, right? But if you just bring, does he have Spectre Tenebria? Just bring Spectre to Tamer and Raz plus like any tanky character for your 4th character, and only use your soul burns on your Tamarin to keep yourself alive. He's using her. I don't understand how. You don't soul burn anything else but Tamarin, and you will survive and beat it. Soul burn Tamarin seals. That's all you got to do. At the right times, but that's all you got to do, and your stun A will eventually kill her. Because your Raz will stay alive, everything will stay alive from your Tamarins keeping up heals. Once you get to Abyss 110, it's just kill Crystal Military and Regard, yeah. There's a few stages where that doesn't work past 110, but most of them that's just the easy cheese for it. But Arya, welcome back. .102 was annoying because I think it basically required Red Tenebria. I do remember using Red Tenebria on one of the floors, so it was probably that one. But Ever Infinity thinks of follow. My crush had a crush on my childhood friend. That guy is living in anime. Use Grace of Growth to get through a few floors, and I'll probably never use it again, or use her again. Yeah, that's fair. Yo, what's up, Alarmed? How you been? So it's 2 o'clock. How long have I streamed? Did I get my 4 hours in today? All right, we streamed for about 5 hours today. I'm happy. My goal is to stream. I want to do 6 hours per day, but certain days like today, probably should do a little bit less whenever I can work on other stuff. And days that I have a lot of stuff I can do, stream longer. Because today it's literally just clearing story. And I could just take this and go farm unrecorded history while I'm editing videos. But should I do the new player character tier list? Or should we save that for tomorrow? Stream for 10 hours a day, then I'll get nothing else done. Red Tenny is pretty good in Hell Raid, top left, yeah. A lot of people just use Carrot for that though. I don't remember. That's the only boss I beat in Hell, or like Epic Hell Raid or Nightmare Raid, whatever. Because I hate Raid. New player tier list, woo. The new player tier list is just nice because if anyone asks if X character is good, I can just link it. So the reason I'm doing it is so I don't have to answer the same question so many times. I will just link them the video immediately and say good luck. It will be a probably close to 1 hour video because there's so many characters in the game, but you can just scroll through and find the character. I actually know names now. The one thing that everybody, when I make a tier list, they're like, what am I supposed to do to this tier list if I don't know the characters' names? And then I'm just like, what would having the characters' names are like, they want like a download link to the tier list. I'm like, what do you think a download link to the tier list is going to do for you? I don't understand why they think that it's going to help them at all. If you don't have the character, you don't need to worry about the character. I get so many comments about like, do you have a download link for this? Like, what is downloading it is literally just, you're going to see the same thing as you see on the screen right now. There's nothing that's going to change. It's confused me so much. Do the tier list now? I have it pulled up, I think. Yeah, I have it pulled up. I just don't know how I want to structure it. That's the only reason I'm thinking about waiting to do it. Because, like, am I saying characters whether they're good in PvP or PvE? Or am I just doing an overall general tier list of if a character's good in either PvP or PvE, we put them higher? I don't know how to structure it. I don't think I want to do two different tier lists. I don't want to do a PvE only tier list. That's good for views. I'd probably get a ton of views, but I could technically do two different tier lists. How many 6-star does it have at the moment? What, my account? 5 or 6? I think you need 2. You think I should do a PvP and a PvE tier list? Do one on day after part 2 and do a PvP one after like day 4 or something? I mean, it's more views. I don't really mind. So maybe that's what we do since they're totally different. I guess. The thing is PvE though. Guys, I don't play half the PvE in this game. So there are going to be characters that technically are okay. But the problem is me doing a PvE or tier list is all PvP characters clear all PvE. So I'd never want to suggest people to build a character just for PvE. Unless you have to. But I guess I have to get a different mindset going into it to do it. Do a tier list instead of letters. Use scale of Assyria up to Destina. LOL. He just beat Lua. Thanks for the update. ML Landy just solos all story easily. ML Landy on any story. That's why I say if you have ML Landy, just ignore you have Tieria and immediately put resources into that. All right, where are we at? We actually burnt all of our stamina almost too, which is nice. So we're about done with chapter 4 already. I mean, we flew through chapter 3. We're halfway done almost. Pretty nice. Claim all this. I just watched previous guide for for tier list, but it kind of confusing when you mentioned PvP and PvE. All right, we'll do two different tier lists. I'm down for that. Let's do two different tier lists. One for PvP, one for PvE. I'll get you guys' input on it, but I don't think I'm going to do that today. It's 2:30 and I need to make the second new player guide. So I think we're going to finish the second new player guide today, and I'll make the tier list for tomorrow, and then I'll make the third video of the epic or the new guide the next day, because I'm trying to put 2 days at a time into a lot of the parts. So tomorrow we'll be farming unrecorded history and getting your Wyvern team together. The next day and like clearing unrecorded history, doing adventure. And the next day we'll be beating Wyvern 13, starting Golem 13, showing the team. Beating Faustus. Show that. But I think that's going to be it. Do a guy that requires Kazuna AI. Genius. But yeah. Okay, so I will do both. If you guys want me to do both, I'll do both. I could see it helping players out a lot. So that'll be my next few days. How do I unlock Rift? You need to beat chapter 5 of story 5, chapter 3. But I really have to do a whole story. You probably don't want to do Rift. If you're a newer player, I don't know how far you are, Vendetta, but Rift, you shouldn't mess with on an account until your account's like really stabilized. It's not worth it. It's too many resources and we're too far into this Rift cycle. If you build a Rift team, by the time you have it doing well, it's going to change and then your resources are gone. Oh, you played since 2017. Okay. I just don't do story. Yeah, you have to beat chapter 5 for it. But all right, guys, I am going to go ahead and we'll just call it there. That's about 5 hours total. Who are the new limiteds? We have Limited Litica, and a character called Biblis, which is Akadi's sister. We don't know what they do yet. The thing is, I'm going to be making a video on that tomorrow, so that's why I'm not doing this today. Is Coley good in Wyvern 13? No. That's why I'm not going to do the tier list today, is because I'm going to be uploading 2 videos tomorrow, guaranteed. One going over all the new stuff, and then one... Well, no, we're uploading that today. I don't know. We'll see. I've just been sitting too long. I need to get up and walk around. Yesterday I streamed for like 12 hours, so we're going to do a little bit less today. I don't care. Is it worth to start Limbo if I get a strong enough team for it, but it's already 2 months in? We just don't know how long it's going to last. That's the like big issue with it. We don't know how long it's going to last. So they said 4 to 6 months. That's a big difference. We don't know. They never told us the end date. Hopefully they give us at least a 1 month warning before the end of it, but who knows? They might tell us 2 weeks before they change it. So if you were to start now and they announce that it's changing, that would feel really bad. So I'm just telling people, just avoid doing Rift. Just keep farming hunts. The difference is not a big deal. You'll miss out on some rewards, I guess. But the Rift rewards, are they even that great? I don't think they are. Do you get a reset stone? I know you get reforged materials. But all right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll be back live tomorrow morning. I'll do all my normal stuff. We'll probably clear chapter 3 tomorrow. And then what I'm going to be working on, though, I'm going to be farming unrecorded history. I'm way behind on my level. So I'm going to be farming unrecorded history until tomorrow morning. I need to get to level 51. Once I get to level 51, though, I'm not going to touch anything else. I'm not going to clear any more story. I'm not going to clear any more of this. I'm only going to be farming unrecorded history, and then tomorrow it'll give us a ton of stuff we can do. So have a great rest of your day. I will see you all tomorrow. If you're not in Discord, though, join Discord, gamers. There's the Discord link. I'll put it in YouTube too. So hop in. The chats are insanely active. All right, have a great rest of the day. Peace out.